It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom-led pilgrims of Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and end. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Nan. I hope you're doing good today. It's Friday, right? You work all the time anyway, so it doesn't mean anything. But I hope you have a good day. I hope to see some more videos from the little guy there. So pass my message along. Good morning, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Boy, brew some coffee, people. We got a show today. So let some people roll in. Come on in, everybody. I'm echoing. I must have hit a button. I'm sorry. How about, is that better? Echoing? So I have a couple lovely little kittens that will probably make their appearance whenever they choose to. And they step on my little board, my control board. They actually messed up my camera too. Oh my God. Oh, good for you. You know what? Don't do no work today. If you took the day off, do it. Take the day. Take the day. So they step on my board, and I don't know which one. Is that better? That's the reverb is off. That button should have fixed it, I think. Yes? Anybody? Help me out in the chat. Echo better? Worse? Better? Oh, good. Good, 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 good. I'm not going to mess with my camera now. I'll do it in a little bit. I got this link, right? So this is the post commission when Chief McNamara goes in front of the post commission about Divine in regards to Sandra Birchmore. And I haven't seen this yet. I saw a little bit. Like I saw, I don't know, 5 minutes. And I'm like, no. We'll watch it together. So I know this is a very sensitive subject for some of you. And with that being said, please appropriately bring the younger ones in another room or something, because I don't know how bad this is going to get. So just a little cautionary tale there. Please just be cautious of that, because they don't need to know about this. What else? Oh, you know what I'm going to do too is this is an hour and 45 minutes, which is why I say make some coffee. I also have a guest coming on, and we're also going to chat about this video. So it's probably going to be like a 2-hour stream. So just a heads up, okay? But I'm afraid that it's going to get bad if she goes into detail. Either way, I'll bring that up. Put that over here for now. Now, real quick, everybody. I'm not sure, but a friend of mine brought this up. and it's only fair that we kind of do something. So, oh, Blue Eyes, and don't mention it. Really, it's not a big deal. Listen, we're all here. We're all here. We all met for the same reasons, right? And we all kind of look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know you other than what we've been that whole thing. Um, but I know you're part of us. You're part of our group. So of course I'm gonna look out for you. You know, I try and like I do with everybody, like Peppa and Nan and just everybody. Rhonda, Gail. Uh, uh, I could just talk. I could say every name in the world. I try and help everybody. That's all. And I don't listen. I don't. I don't. No, it's like I don't want nothing out of it. We're all here, so we're good today, right? Yesterday we're good. Today we're good. Well, I get that, Nan. I totally, totally, totally get that. But it just things would be so much better. They really would. And you know, I have faith. That's all it is. That we can do better than what we've been doing. Um, Kind of embarrassed to tell you the truth. We had such power. We had the power. We did. Think about that for a second. So one thing I do know is I can smell my coffee. It's done. Um, and when I get my coffee, uh, I'm gonna show you guys something here. Where are we? I'm gonna find the right thing. We'll get there. I know what I got. Yeah. Here we go. No, I don't want that one. Where are you? Hold on, guys. We're getting there. We're gonna get there. So many to choose from. I don't know what. Oh my god. That'll work. I can't full screen it though. Either way, you'll get the hint. Let me share this real quick, and I'm gonna go get my coffee. Um, and I want you guys to look at this real quick. I'll be right there. Well, sooner than later. Yep. You like that picture? We had the power. All of us. We did. Mike's doing good, by the way, everybody. Let me add on a special guest. Ooh, good morning, Miss Noodles. How are you today?
Good morning. I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good. Good morning,
Um,
chat.
Hello. So, back to I got us sidetracked here. That's what we had. We had the power, right? We got to do that. We have to figure, I'm not saying we have to figure out and get back to that, but I think we still have some of that power. And before it gets too late, I really think we all should pitch in and do a Toys for Tots drive and give back to the community to let the community know that we're still here. We're still those people right there in that crowd. Well, all of us. Please get off my keyboard. Thank you. That's who we are. Regardless of all the other noise, call it whatever you want, but it's just noise. Let's get together and do a toy drive and really show the community, not each other, the people that don't know us, the people that have heard of us but don't know who we are. Wouldn't it be great to meet them as we're giving them thousands of dollars of toys to give to the kids that just parents can't make it for whatever reason? As a community, as a group, Karen Reed, Free Karen Reed movement here. There you go. From Karen Reed movement, not from anybody. It's not an anybody thing because it's not about us. I think I can get this one by. Oh, Nan, what can you do? I think you can get behind this and make this happen. I think we can. You talk to people, you know, the different creators, maybe get different creators in it, and we figure out a way to just make this work. I mean, we did. I think me and Nick, was it 5,000 in like 30 minutes for a billboard. Instant kabang. And how much do we raise for Karen Reed? $1 million? What's Aiden at? 100,000? And granted, that's not a think about that. Think of how much money we've helped them out with, and they're still in a bad spot. That's how important money is. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, but like without money, Karen wouldn't be able to defend herself. We wouldn't be together. We wouldn't see the corruption. Without the money, Aiden wouldn't be able to do and show us all how bad they trying to make him shut up. So if we show the community that, hey, us, whether we call us the Free Karen Reed 2.0, I don't know, but if we show the community that we're still here as a group, a powerful group that did that, we did that. All of you people out there, we all did that. I think we can do even better and really, like, we made a difference in Karen's life. Check. We're working on Aiden's. Check. Let's work on some little kids in the meantime. Let's get them some toys. Let's. I think we can make this happen, guys.
Yes, we can, Tommy. That's a great idea.
Great idea. I don't want it to be like from anybody or this. It's not about that. It's Christmas. It's about the kids, right? Now, with that said, we need to find a way so that this is 100% transparent. Anybody can look at it, do whatever. However, I don't know how we're going to do that, but there's got to be a way. If there's a way, we're going to figure it out. But there's got to be a way we all can donate where it's like open source, where everybody can see that, not that the money number is important, but it's not a one person. Um, how do I put it? I don't. It has to be open so that we all can look at it and be supportive of it and know in our hearts that this is 100 like the money that you gave is gonna help buy this little electric scooter for a kid, or this is gonna buy a bike for the so I don't know if we do it that way, like your money went to help a little girl get a doll, or your money went to get a baseball bat. I don't know if we can do it that way. Amazon's a wonderful thing, right? And we can all do it. It's easy. We can do this. I mean, we just need. I don't want to say like to get a committee, but maybe we need to get some people that get some free time that have maybe done this before, that know the pitfalls, And I think Toys for Tots. That's all. If it's done, I think through Toys for Tots or something like that. It's a charitable donation. So now we can go into different facilities and different businesses and maybe adopt a family, right? There you go, MJ. That's thinking, right? MJ, how about maybe get like a group, maybe get like 10 years, or where you all work on that family, because someone's going to forget, something. They've already got it for their kids or however, whatever, you know? And instead of, I don't want to say instead of like spending our time listening to all the noise, we could do something and maybe, listen, I'm just trying here, guys. I know the people because I know you guys. I've spoken to, I think, every single freaking person that came to the Kieran Reed movement. I can say I've probably spoken to more people from beginning to end than anybody. And they're all, I can't say enough good things about every single person that I've met. I know the power that we have. Just how do we channel that, right? I don't know. Noodles, help me out. Tell me to stop.
Well, I kind of think that if a bunch of people in chat know of certain family members or family, friends, whatever, in their community, if they need assistance or help with Christmas presents, we could, in different states, different areas, we could adopt families.
Yes.
And maybe set up like a give, send, go type thing where everybody can donate and it can all go for adopting families throughout the state or the states.
Yes. More of that.
I think that would be
Mary
really
said,
big.
Mary's got the idea. Mary sees it. Mary sees it so freaking clear. Don't you, Mary? Don't you?
Well,
think of the power that we have, Mary. Think of the power that we can do to help positively affect people.
Yeah, that would be a great place. A woman's shelter or
my buddy Donkey. Yeah, I mean, we could go down the list. I mean,
homeless shelters. I mean, there's so many different places.
I know it's getting cold out. Christmas is coming. I'm sure there's parents that don't have jackets for their children, and I'm sure they, I'm just thinking before it gets too late. It's the 7th of November, right? Christmas comes like next thing you know, we're here. So, all right. With that said, I think that's my housekeeping. Did I forget anything? Oh, please like, subscribe, all that stuff you're doing, all that down there. Like, thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you all could share this, I would appreciate that.
Share it everywhere. Start talking to people about whom you may know that needs assistance this Christmas.
Yep. And this is, I mean, again, We brought the Karen Reed.
Throughout this hearing,
We brought the Karen Reed, the voice around the world, right? Aiden got arrested. I was the one there with the camera, sending that around the world. Not Tom sending it out. It's, hey, everybody, look at this. That's more important than the person holding the camera. Toys for Tots should be the same way. If that makes it sense to some of you in a different way. Kind of how I see it.
Amen.
So, all right. This is the actual hearing that the chief went in when they were talking about Divine. So this is going to get interesting. Let's do this.
division intends to prove two things: that the respondent engaged in a pattern of unprofessional police misconduct that may escalate, and that he has repeated internal affairs complaints that were sustained throughout his career. Under the statutes, it's allowed that these be for the same or different offenses. Ultimately, if the division proves its case and there's any discipline to the respondent would be discretionary. According to the statutes, if the division proves that the respondent engaged in this conduct, the commission may suspend or decertify the respondent. The division will be recommending that
I'm going to back up. Hold on. I'm already here. Did you hear what they said? If you lie to the commission, they can decertify you. They can for that.
Or different offenses. Ultimately, if the division proves its case and there's any discipline to the respondent would be discretionary. According to the statutes, if the division proves that the respondent engaged in this conduct, the commission may suspend or decertify the respondent.
I misheard it. I'm sorry.
The division will be recommending that the commission decertify Robert Divine and add him to the National Decertification Index as a result of this decertification. The division is confident that the evidence will show that decertification is the only appropriate remedy here. Mr. Divine has a pattern of untruthfulness, abuse of power, and unprofessional conduct during his time as an officer. And given the gravity of misconduct, it's likely that it would escalate. His personal affairs have affected his ability to work on several occasions and have undoubtedly reflected poorly on the police profession. To give a little background, as you'll hear today, Officer Divine was with the Stoughton Police Department for approximately 20 years. For the first 15 years or so, there was no discipline, and in fact, by all reports, Mr. Divine was very successful at the Stoughton Police Department. He rose from patrolman all the way to deputy chief, which, as you'll hear, is the second rank in command at the Stoughton Police Department. He was involved in several community projects, among which are the Police Explorers Program, which you may learn a little about, and a substance abuse program, which Mr. Divine helped found. However, his reputation changed dramatically in 2015, and this is reflected in Exhibit 3, the Internal Affairs Investigative Report that's already in evidence. There were several sustained IA charges against Mr. Divine as a result of that investigation, among which are conflict of interest, abuse of position, conduct unbecoming, and untruthfulness. Although I won't get too far into the details during the opening because the evidence speaks for itself. Essentially, when Mr. Divine, as is reflected in the report, was involved in an extramarital affair, it began to impact his professional career. There was a time at which when he tried to break off this affair that the other individual involved began to electronically harass him. And it got to the point that he thought that there should be some sort of police intervention. Unfortunately, as deputy chief, he had ordered one of his subordinates to investigate his own personal affairs. He even asked that individual to use Stoughton Police Department's resources to conduct a forensic analysis on his electronic devices. He further, again, with this conflict of interest and abuse of power, ordered this person to investigate where flowers had come from that were sent to his wife, and he even contacted a...
What happened there?
even on the date where the state police were conducting a search warrant on the woman's home to collect her electronic devices and to arrest her, Mr. Devine received a call from her and spoke with her as the state police were at her door. He spoke with her on the night before. Despite the fact that he had an ongoing not only contact but also sexual conduct with this woman for several weeks during the criminal investigation, Mr. Devine did not bring this to the attention of anyone involved. It eventually resulted in the arrest of this woman, and despite that he had this ongoing relationship and that he was a deputy chief, he allowed this woman to continue to. And there were several sustained findings as a result. Ultimately, the criminal case was dismissed after a few months. This resulted in the demotion to patrol officer from deputy chief and a 60-day suspension. On his return to duty, he was assigned to the desk for a long period of time, but he was eventually allowed to go back on patrol. Although there was a slight incident involving one of his children, he gave a note to, at that time, Deputy Chief Holmes. Other than that small minor incident, Mr. Devine for the next few years did not have any instances of discipline. However, what ultimately led us to this hearing is that, again, in 2020, Mr. Devine allowed his personal life to get in the way of his professional life, and that's through his involvement with SB. As the court undoubtedly knows at this point, on February 1st of 2021, as is alleged in the federal indictment, SB died, and allegedly it was due to being murdered by Matthew Farwell, who was a Stoughton police detective at the time of the alleged murder. At that time, as you'll hear through the evidence today, the Stoughton Police Department within a few days was contacted by the state police because the state police had learned of SB's involvement with Matthew Farwell. They almost immediately initiated an internal affairs investigation of Matthew Farwell, and Deputy Chief Holmes, who you'll hear today, was assigned. The initial scope of the internal affairs investigation was only to cover Matthew Farwell's misconduct. It was not until several months later that it was alleged that multiple other Stoughton Police Department officers were involved in sexual misconduct with SB. Ultimately, after the IA investigation, and we'll go through some of the evidence later, it was determined that Mr. Devine was in contact with SB through an alias in Facebook Messenger, and the alias is Marty Riggs, a character in a Lethal Weapon movie, which is a police action movie. Marty Riggs had been communicating with the SB in the months preceding her death, and as alleged by the U.S. Attorney's Office, even contacted her on the date of her death on the same afternoon. Based on the contents and the context of these messages, the evidence reflects that Mr. Devine is in fact the alias Marty Riggs. As you'll see in Exhibit 8, which is a screen capture of the cell phone data that was extracted from SB's cell phone. Plain as day, that alone should be enough to show that Marty Riggs is Robert Devine. However, based on several of the content of these messages, as you'll see, as is included in the IA report and the exhibits already admitted at this hearing, there were several.
All right, time out, everybody. I made an email address for everybody. Okay, it's toysfortotsboston@gmail. Is that okay with everybody? Like toys, it says it's all one word. Toys for Tots Boston. All inquiries, everything goes there. And as soon as I get answers, because this is brand new, I will give them out to you. Also, I need to stop for a second. Donna, Donna, thank you very much. You're very you make things easy. Thank you so much. Um oh, we're not going anywhere. Blue Eyes, we'll be here. Yep. And again, welcome. I mean, I'm glad to have you part of us because you're one of the good people. Again, we're all, cream rises to the top. We all came in. We all got involved with Kieran Reed, right? We're all the same. We're all different, but we're not. We're all the same. Get it? Right, Noodles?
That's right. I'm just as
So,
normal as you are.
see? There you go. All right. So I made an email. Toys for Tots Boston at gmail.com. Hope that's easy enough for everybody. And send all your emails there and I'll get you some answers as soon as I get answers to them. So that's just my thought. And I mean, do you want me to fast forward to when she comes on? Because I think she doesn't get on till, see the chair. This is all, there she is. You want to skip to the chief?
Yeah, let's skip to the chief.
Okay. We're skipping to the chief, everybody. And
Indicator.
this is the chief of police, Miss McNamara.
Kristen, you're normal, just like the rest of us.
Just the rest of us. All right, it's buffering. Come on, we can do this. You can do it.
So if people even want to email to that email, then put in your suggestions and your ideas as well.
Right. So I'm thinking, let me pause this and let it catch up for a second. I'm thinking, right, if we have okay, if we have maybe 4 or 5 people as a core group for this Toys for Tots, Donkey, man, we all have a little donkey in us. You know that, man.
Donkey, that's so awesome.
Oh, he's a man. But like maybe a little committee, right? Where those decisions can get made. Like, do you use the give, send, go, or do you use this, or do you use that, which is more transparent? I don't know, but we're gonna find out because the kids are worth it, right? I mean, I'd hate to want to be a parent, especially nowadays where they can't even get food and Christmas is coming. You got bad
Being a
spot
parent right
written,
now,
huh?
being a parent right now and a single parent really sucks.
Exactly. So, I mean, I can't see this but helping everybody, right?
Right.
And the government isn't helping as much as they should, or they stopped and whatnot. So, we that freaking group of people, we have that power, and if we have that power, then I think we can all kind of keep eyes on ourselves. You know what I'm like? We watch each other and check on each. Yeah, you guys get it.
Even if everybody went to like their local human services, they should be able to get more information on families that are in desperate need right now as well. So that would be another idea. That
Legos. I mean, think if you went to the Walmart and got a box of Legos, right? However, and then every time you go to Walmart, you get 1 box of Legos. Every time you come, you'll have what, 5, 6 boxes you'll be able to donate.
right.
So,
Well, and if people even go to their local Toys for Tots and they purchase something and put it in there, you can always email a picture of you donating a gift and it can get put up somewhere on some platform.
no, mediocre chicken palm. We're gonna let Erica get situated. The last I heard, I think she was buying the Star. I don't know how it was set up. Maybe it was a lease, part of it. She was on a lease or whatever. I think she's going to buy the whole thing, which is dynamite. I mean, think of how much you ready for. Think of the generosity that lady has to invite every single one of us into her house, because that's what she did. Remember the holiday festival last year, Noodles? I got a bunch of blow ups, and we did that little walk thing there.
Yes and no.
Hmm.
Kind
We
of.
raised a lot of money that night.
Yeah.
Yep. But we couldn't have done it without Erica at the Star Drive-In. So, you know, she was going to have to leave. And now I heard there might be purchase and sales agreements going back and forth. I don't know. I pray that she keeps it, because she's got such a, like, she does movie nights. You go there and put the kids and watch movie on a big screen, sound, everything. Great. She does it all the time. She gives back to the community. So, to lose her as one of us, that's a hit, because she does a lot for all of us. Yeah, Gail, like, listen, I think we start somewhere, Gail. I like the idea of adopting a family. Kind of like that a lot, because you can kind of specialize in you don't get the wrong size socks for the kids,
Yeah, it's not purchasing things that may
Ask the
not go
parents,
anywhere.
say, hey, what do you need? So they, come back with a list of things, essentials that you may laugh at, but if they don't have it, like Q-tips, they don't have the luxury of buying them, so things like that they may need. I wouldn't think of that, but yet one of you guys would.
We could even do like a Santa Anonymous.
Yeah. Donna, you're absolutely right. It really absolutely 100% is. So if she's gonna buy that place, then oh my, we'll have lots of plays. We'll have we'll keep her busy. I'll tell you that. Oh, that's going a lot, man. I don't know, I think maybe crossing some sort of a line there, RVA. I don't think I'd make it. Could be an elf. But no, yeah, we did last year. We raised a lot of money last year. It was fun. All right, let's go back to the post commission. Here we go. Here comes the chief. Oh, great, the chief.
And raise your right hand, please. First of all, just state your name.
Donna McNamara.
McNamara, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
Yes, sir.
Proceeding.
Sorry, I should mention this before you begin your questions. Can I just remind you that when referencing any of the individuals, minors or alleged victims, to please use initials. We would like to maintain confidentiality and protect the information.
Don't dox anybody. Okay.
And that's minor individuals. Is that what you said? Or alleged victims.
And by the way, I should add, are you aware that there are protective orders entered in connection with these proceedings?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand that you're governed by them as well?
What's this protective order?
You've heard or seen in the
Come
course
on.
of these proceedings as well?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
One.
What's your current?
You know what? I would love to be on that commission, the post commission. I'd like to, if anyone knows when they have, how you get on that, send it to me, CPUTOM. I'd love to be on that freaking post commission. Get me in one of them seats, people. You would love me in front of you. Oh, would you guys be? Oh,
Position.
I am the police chief of the Stoughton Police Department.
How long have you been with the Stoughton Police Department?
Since 2001.
Is that when you graduated from the academy?
Yes.
And do you mind just briefly going through your rise through the police department, what ranks you held and any special positions that
in
you
the
held?
packet, dum-dum.
I was hired as a police officer, went through the police academy in 2001. I held that position for a number of years before becoming a detective.
then I was promoted to the rank of sergeant in 2013. In 2015, I was promoted to lieutenant. In 2016, approximately March 5th of 2016, I was appointed acting police chief. I held that position in the acting until I was promoted permanently in January of 2017.
So you've been chief now for a little over 8 years.
Yes,
Are there any ranks in between lieutenant and chief at the Stoughton Police Department?
yes, there is a deputy chief position.
Are there any captains?
No,
How many deputy chiefs are there currently?
2.
When you were promoted to chief, were there any deputy chiefs who were currently sitting in that position?
No,
At the Stoughton Police Department, approximately how many officers are there?
there are currently approximately 42 patrol officers, 9 sergeants.
Given the size of the Stoughton Police Department, do you have a separate internal affairs investigation unit?
Yes,
And generally, who conducts the internal affairs investigations?
deputy chief.
Does the deputy chief ever enlist the help of other ranking officers?
At times it's possible.
Is that at his discretion or your discretion when he does so?
I would be determined by me ultimately. The deputy chief position runs the internal affairs unit. Briefings are, weekly on any investigation. But assignments as far as initiating an internal affairs investigation is by me. But we have lieutenants that can and have been trained and can do internal affairs investigations as well as the detective side.
But generally speaking, the deputy chief is the one who conducts the investigation and drafts the ultimate findings.
Predominantly, yes.
Do you then review those findings and confirm them?
Yes.
Do you know Brian Holmes?
Yes.
And how do you know him?
From my employment with the Stoughton Police Department,
Do you know what his current position is?
he is a police chief in the town of Kingston.
Approximately what year did you first meet now Chief Holmes?
2001.
And what's your relationship like with him?
Co-workers for a number of years. We started together, I believe it was 2003 when I worked the same shift as him for a number of years. We were training partners. We were instructors in courses through the MPTC and within the police department. And then I hired him as a deputy chief.
When you were promoted to chief, what was his position?
Sergeant.
How soon after you were promoted to chief did you then promote Chief Holmes to deputy chief?
I believe it was June of 2017 he was hired as deputy chief.
When he was hired as deputy chief, was that a vacant seat?
Yes.
Who was the previous holder of that seat?
Robert Devine.
Approximately how long was the seat vacant before Chief Holmes was promoted?
There was no one, when I was appointed acting chief, there was no one in the position. And because I was in an acting role, the town manager would not appoint a deputy chief until there was a permanent chief appointed.
In his role as deputy chief, did Chief Holmes conduct internal affairs investigations?
Yes,
Do you have any idea approximately how many per year he would do?
it varied from year to year. I don't have the numbers for each year
Okay, and how long did he serve as deputy chief?
until 2024. I think it was April of 2024.
Do you also know Robert Devine?
Yes,
How long have you known Robert Devine?
since 2001.
And is it fair to say that he attended the academy at the same time as Chief Holmes?
I believe so, yes.
And when you were at the Stoughton Police Department, what was your relationship with Mr. Devine?
When I first started, he was a patrol officer and then rose through the ranks, and then he was my supervisor for a number of years. And then in 2016, when I became the acting chief, There was a process where he was demoted from deputy chief to patrol officer, and when he was coming back into the department, I was the acting chief.
And is that the result of an internal affairs investigation that occurred in 2015?
Yes,
Do you know how that case was ultimately resolved with discipline? Was it after a hearing or an agreement?
there was an agreement in place with the town manager.
And what was the extent of the discipline imposed?
There was a lengthy suspension and a demotion from deputy chief to patrol officer.
When Mr. Devine returned to patrol officer, were you already the chief?
I was the acting chief.
Did you have a discussion with Mr. Devine when he returned to duty?
Yes.
How did that discussion go?
It was in the chief's office, and it was a discussion about putting him on a shift where we had a vacancy, bringing him back in and giving him his patrol officer badge. He was unhappy about being in the position that he was in. He didn't want to be in the department, but he needed to be there in order to put a roof over his family said.
Are you aware of any discipline that Mr. Devine had prior to 2015?
Wow.
No,
Is it fair to say that he was also involved in some more community-oriented projects when he, prior to 2015,
yes,
is one of those of Police Explorers?
yes.
Do you mind explaining what the Police Explorers is?
There was a youth program that was run by Robert Devine that was a paramilitary. They exercised in the beginning of the day of the classes, and then he held classes for various types of police oriented classes.
Was he the head of that program for a long period?
Yes,
Approximately how long? Do you have any idea?
it was the early 2000s that he took over the program and turned it into the paramilitary type of program. And then he stopped running the program. 2015, another lieutenant was appointed to the position.
Are you also familiar with a program called Oasis?
Yes,
Was Mr. Devine involved in that?
yes.
And what is Oasis?
It's a drug prevention program that was started by members of the town as well as citizens and employees of the town.
Did Mr. Devine also participate in that program?
Yes,
When did he stop participating in that program initially?
initially, I'm not sure.
Is it fair to say that when he returned to duty, initially he was not allowed to participate in Oasis?
Yes,
Was there a time when he later, even after returning to duty in 2016, that he again began to participate in Oasis?
I don't believe it was 2016, but it was after 2016 when he returned to his patrol officer position.
Did you speak with anyone else about Mr. Devine returning to Oasis?
Yes, Brian Holmes.
And what did Chief Holmes tell you about Mr. Devine and his participation in Oasis?
Well, he had advocated for him to be able to participate in the program again as a member of the police department, since he was a founding member of the Oasis program.
Did you heed Chief Holmes' recommendation?
Yes, I did.
Do you know anything about the personal relationship between Mr. Devine and Chief Holmes?
They were very friendly, like we all were in the early years of our careers. Attended, department functions, weddings, I guess.
To your knowledge, was there ever a falling out between Chief Holmes and Mr. Devine?
Yes, I believe it was after the 2015 investigation.
To your knowledge, did that ever carry over into the work environment?
Objection. Respectfully. Well, if you know. Not what you've heard, if you know from personal.
Not that I've personally seen.
So are you aware of any arguments that occurred, anything like that? Or excuse me, did you observe any arguments that occurred?
No.
Are you familiar, if I use the initials SD, are you familiar with an individual who was a participant in the Police Explorers program at one point?
Yes,
Did you personally know SD before her death?
yes.
And how did you know her?
And she was a participant in the Explorer program. They used the police station. I would see her sometimes in the locker room, and within the building. I may or may not, I'm not sure if I ever taught a class with her as an explorer.
Did you ever interact with her personally, or was it only in your capacity at the police department?
It was only in my capacity as in the police department.
In early 2020, or excuse me, in February 2021, did you become aware of SB's death?
Yes.
How did you become aware of it?
There was a well-being check initially through our department, and then ultimately the well-being check went to the town of Canton. And after that, we talked about in the station. After the well-being check was conducted, and she was found deceased.
After that, after you learned of the death of SB, did there come a time when the Stoughton Police Department became involved in an internal affairs investigation related to her death?
Yes.
How soon after her death did you first become aware of potential misconduct by police officers?
It was after the then Sergeant Fanning contacted me and informed me that there was a member of my department that he had interviewed.
What agency?
Did you guys hear that name? Yeah.
After that, after you learned of the death of SB, did there come a time when the Stoughton Police Department became involved in an internal affairs investigation related to her death?
Yes.
How soon after her death did you first become aware of potential misconduct by police officers?
It was after the then Sergeant Fanning contacted me and
Sergeant
informed me that there was a
Fanning.
member of my department that he had interviewed.
What agency is Sergeant Fanning from?
The Mass State Police.
Were the state police at that time in charge of the death investigation?
Yes.
Initially, what did Sergeant Fanning tell you?
He informed me that Matthew Farwell and SB were involved in a sexual relationship and that he had interviewed him regarding her death.
How soon after her death did that occur that you found out?
That phone call was, I believe, on February 6th.
It's fair to say that's within a week of her death?
Yes.
Who did you assign to the internal affairs investigation?
Deputy Chief Brian Holmes.
When Deputy Chief Holmes was initially assigned, was it understood that the only misconduct alleged at that point was in relation to Matthew Farwell?
Whoa. Everybody. This is good. Fanning, see? Fanning, right?
What is happening? I just missed that.
Fanning knew about their relationship the whole time before she even, yeah. I got this in You Gotta Love Donkey. I have video of another former explorer. She's breaking her silence. She's on with Ashley Benfield. I'm not sure if you guys want to throw that up real quick or we'll keep going here, but I have that queued up for after this. We're going to get somebody else that's going to back up what was reported to the police department. She knew from day one what happened, and she's the chief of police. She can
How can they
say,
continue to let this go on? That is so disgusting and disturbing.
you ready for this? This is how bad it is. The chief has the power to say, I don't want that girl hanging around the station anymore. She's not allowed to come in anymore. and that was it. Like God has spoken. When you're when you're not the chief, when the chief speaks, you jump. You do exactly what he says to the letter. She knew. Let it go.
That's gross and disturbing. It
Oh,
really is.
We'll continue.
And what was your role in the eventual internal affairs investigation?
The investigation was conducted by Deputy Chief Holmes. My role during that time was he would report to me updates on the case. We ended up hiring additional investigators. Any updates that needed to go to the town manager, I would be involved in.
You mentioned you hired other investigators. Does that mean that they were outside of the Stoughton Police Department?
Yes,
And were they independent investigators?
yes,
Do you know if they had any law enforcement experience?
yes, they did.
How many investigators?
There was additionally 3.
Did all have the same agency background?
Yes,
And where did they work when they were in law enforcement?
Massachusetts State Police.
So these 3 investigators supported Holmes in his internal affairs investigation.
Yes.
When they were hired, what was the purpose of hiring those 3?
The sheer volume of information that we were informed that we would be getting was too difficult for one person to accomplish all the work that needed to be done.
And is that because there was eventually cell phone and laptop data from SB's devices?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Massive.
And is it fair to say that it contained her personal correspondence?
yes.
Later on in the internal affairs investigation, did any other alleged misconduct of officers become the subject of that investigation?
Yes,
And which officers were those?
of William Farwell and Robert Devine.
Do you know how long into or how far into the investigation it was before these individuals became the subjects?
It was in April of 2022.
So over a year after SB had died?
Yes,
And during that time, although perhaps intermittently, was the investigation active?
yes.
Despite Chief Holmes's relationship with Mr. Devine, was there ever concern that he may have been biased in this investigation?
Objection. A concern on this witness's part, you asking?
Yes, correct.
Allowed.
He's allowed. He's
No.
allowed.
At the conclusion of the IA investigation, did you review the findings?
Yes,
Did you believe those findings were supported by the evidence?
yes,
And that includes documentary evidence such as SB's communications?
yes,
A lot
And
of
did
it.
you agree with Chief Holmes's findings?
yes.
Ultimately, excuse me, at the time the investigation concluded, were any of the subject officers still employed with the Stoughton Police Department?
No,
What happened with Matthew Farwell,
he resigned.
William Farwell,
He resigned.
and Robert Devine?
He resigned to retire.
Along with Mr. Devine's retirement, did he give any reasons for his retirement?
He wrote a letter. I have not read the letter in a significant amount of time.
Had Mr. Devine been employed by Stoughton Police Department at the conclusion of the IA, would you have recommended discipline?
Yes,
What would you have recommended?
a termination.
Did you later make a recommendation to the Post Commission as to Mr. Devine's law enforcement certification?
Yes,
What was your recommendation?
to decertify Robert Devine
And why is that?
for the findings within the internal affairs report and his prior findings and his prior internal affairs investigation.
I have nothing further for this witness.
All right, cross-examination.
Sure. Chief, talk briefly about the 2015 investigation into Mr. Devine. Is that correct? The 2015 investigation into internal affairs investigation into Mr. Devine.
Yes, there was.
And In that case, is it your understanding that Mr. Devine had a separation with his wife then?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that? It's not referred in the records. Did you review the records?
I hadn't read that report, no,
And,
in a number of years.
and Mr. Devine entered into an agreement with the town. Is that correct?
With the town manager, yes,
So who is the appointing authority for the police department?
the town manager.
Town manager. So does the town manager control your job?
I answer to the town manager, but I am hired by the select board.
And can the select board terminate your position?
Yes,
And this whole SB scandal, it's a scandal within the department. Is that fair to say?
Objection.
In that form, I'll sustain the objection.
Have you gotten a lot of media attention because of this event involving SB's death?
Objection.
Overruled.
yes,
So you gave a press conference, didn't you?
yes.
You tried to defend the department. Is that correct?
I read a statement, yes.
And in that statement, did you reference Mr. Devine?
Yes, I did.
And what did you say about Mr. Devine?
I don't have the statement on me,
Can you recall what you said?
not word for word, no.
It wasn't very favorable to Mr. Devine, was it?
It was statements from the internal affairs investigation.
You wanted Mr. Devine gone, correct?
I thought he should be terminated if he was hired, yes.
And you
Still hired
wanted,
with the department.
I'm sorry, you wanted Matthew Farwell to be terminated, correct?
If he was still employed with the town, yes,
And you wanted William Farwell terminated, correct?
yes,
And you wanted to clean house in the Stoughton Police Department, right? Want to make sure there were no more problems.
Objection.
Overruled.
I was referring to the internal affairs investigation and those that were investigated for that.
Well, Chief, can you keep your voice up a little bit? I'm
Yes, sir.
losing the end of your answers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you were concerned for your own job too, weren't you?
No.
No? How much do you make a year?
Objection.
How's that relevant?
It's biased, Judge. She's
Money,
targeting people
Money.
within the departments,
money.
such as Mr. Devine, to protect her own job. And I just want to get out what's her job worth.
All right, I'm going to allow it.
This year, I believe it was $106,000 on the
Okay.
books this past year.
And you've been a police officer your whole life, right?
I'm sorry, 206,000.
206,000. And you've been a police officer your whole life?
No,
Well, I'm sorry, since 2001 or after graduation?
yes, since 2001.
20 plus years, right?
Yes,
Looking forward to a pension?
Objection. It has to form, but also relevance.
Well, it's cross on the issue of bias, I'll allow it. Are you looking forward to a pension?
at some point in life, yes,
And that's based on your salary, right?
yes,
So if you get demoted at some point, your pension could go down. Right?
I believe it is based on your 3 highest years of your employment.
But if the town is unhappy with your performance, do they have the option to recall you or have you removed from your department head position?
Yes, I'm under contract.
So you have a personal interest in getting rid of the people who make your department look bad to the public, correct?
I have a personal interest in being the police chief and holding people accountable within the organization.
You have an interest in keeping your job, and that interest would be accomplished by quelling any problems within your department. Is that true?
Objection has been answered.
It's the same.
Now, you had other Roberts in the department, is that correct?
Yes,
You had a Robert Welsh, right?
previously, yes, not currently.
Not currently. Back in 2001, was Robert Welsh working for the department?
No, he was not.
Where was he?
He had retired.
I'm sorry, 2021.
Correct, in 2021.
Robert Latendra,
Yes,
He was working there?
yes,
And Robert Kuhn, is he working there?
yes.
Now, Chief, you talked briefly about your background, and you've had a course in how to conduct internal investigations. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as part of the course, you're instructed to include all relevant evidence about alleged violations being considered, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And additionally, you're instructed to include evidence that does not support your conclusion and explain why it didn't affect your reason. Is that right?
I don't know what you're referring that to, and what instruction.
Well, that's when you betrayed it. So you should put information in your report that's relevant to the alleged violation. That is, that the person did something wrong. You're also required, are you not, to put in information that does not support that there was a violation.
Okay, yes,
It's supposed to be unbiased, right? You're supposed to be neutral, like a judge, correct?
yes,
And that you're instructed that you had a conflict of interest during an investigation, that you should recuse yourself from the investigation, right?
yes,
Now, you just testified that you were aware of a falling out with Deputy Chief Holmes and Mr. Devine somewhere around 2015. Is that correct?
yes,
And in fact, Deputy Chief Holmes took over Mr. Devine's job after 2015, after he was demoted, right?
a number of years later, yes,
I couldn't hear that answer.
a number of years later.
Number.
Yeah. And you testified no one was in that position as Deputy Chief during the time that Mr. Devine was removed and Deputy Chief Holmes was appointed?
Yes,
What about Dan McGowan? Wasn't he in there?
no, he was not.
Dan McGowan was the acting Deputy Chief?
He was appointed the acting deputy chief by Chief Shastany, and Chief Shastany didn't have the authority to appoint that position.
The town had to do it.
Town manager, the appointing authority does.
And does the town manager, appointing authority, also have the ability to terminate the Deputy Chief Holmes if they so chose?
Yes,
Now, the falling out, what was your understanding as to the falling out that was after 2015 between Mr. Holmes and Mr. Devine?
as a result of the investigation and things that came out of the investigation, I believe that Brian Holmes is very strict feelings about adultery, and that is in my understanding how he felt about the allegations in that investigation.
So, Deputy Chief Holmes didn't like Mr. Devine because Mr. Devine had an extramarital affair, even though he was separated from his wife?
He chose not to talk to him with regards to personal feelings, is the way I understand it.
Well, what about the incident with Mr. Devine's 8-year-old daughter? Do you recall that?
If you could explain a little more.
You
sir.
recall shortly after Mr. Devine's reinstatement, his daughter was there. And his daughter was in the station, and she was coloring crayons, 8-year-olds, until Mr. Devine was finished work.
Her kid.
Recall that incident?
Yes, no, I do, yes.
So, Mr. Devine at that point, he wasn't even a road officer, he was a dispatcher, right?
Right, he was a patrol officer assigned to the desk.
Okay. Well, the desk is what?
Answer phone calls, walk-ins, dispatch cruisers, answer 911 calls,
So, former
assigned to the station.
So when he came back to the position with the Stoughton Police Department, you assigned him as a road officer, right? Yes. But put him behind the desk.
He was assigned to the patrol officer, as a patrol officer on the day shift.
But instead of being a patrol officer, he was put behind the desk, right?
That is the position.
Does a patrol officer go on patrol?
They do that as well, yes.
Mr. Devine couldn't do that, right?
And yes, he did, eventually.
Eventually. Okay. Now, on one of those occasions, his daughter came in, and his daughter was present in the courtroom. I'm sorry, in the police station, right?
That is my understanding, yes.
And his daughter, an 8-year-old daughter, wrote on some crayons, and said a word, or wrote the word revenge on a piece of paper in crayon.
I believe so.
And instead of trying to resolve the issue, it became a full-blown internal affairs investigation, right?
I don't recall.
How can it
There
not?
was a full-blown.
Well, there was an internal affairs investigation that was launched against Mr. Devine.
We looked into where the,
Investigated by John Body? Investigated by John Body.
yes, the lieutenant looked into, he was the shift commander of the day shift, looked into what had happened with the incident and what it was about.
Who was John Body?
He was a lieutenant.
Lieutenant. So the lieutenant, did that lieutenant, to your knowledge, start an internal investigation with regard to this incident?
I asked him to look into it, yes.
Okay, you asked him to look. Now you remember. So now, Mr. Devine's daughter, 8-year-old daughter, draws on crayons in her office. That's the word revenge. And you conduct internal investigation targeted at Robert Devine, correct?
I believe it was left in someone's mailbox.
It was left in someone's mailbox.
I believe that's the case, but
Then detective-
again, I have not read that case in a number of years.
And the investigation found no fault at all on the part of Mr. Devine, right?
Again, I haven't read that in a number of years. I don't believe there was any.
But they wanted to prosecute his 8-year-old daughter, didn't you?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall that the department wanted to prosecute his 8-year-old daughter at the request of the home.
Objection, I have to answer.
No, you can answer it.
I don't recall prosecuted in
Wait.
court.
Yeah.
I don't.
No point.
No, I don't think so.
Do you recall that his 8-year-old daughter was given a trespass notice saying that she couldn't come near the police station?
Yes, I do recall that.
She trespassed. Who issued the trespass notice to Mr. Devine's daughter, 8-year-old daughter?
I believe it was Lieutenant Bonnie, but it may have been me that said she wasn't allowed in the station without my authorization.
Who was the driving force for this investigation? Who claimed that Mr. Devine had done something wrong?
Brian Holmes.
Ryan Holmes. So, do you think there was an animus between Brian Holmes?
Yes, but when did this happen? The incident, approximately.
I'm going from memory. I believe it's while I was the acting chief. It was earlier 2016, maybe. And at the time, Deputy Chief Holmes was would have been a sergeant.
And you just testified that a few minutes ago that when you realize there's a conflict of interest doing an investigation, you should remove yourself from that investigation, right?
Yes,
Would you believe that an animus created against Mr. Devine's daughter and his family in an investigation would create bias on the behalf of Mr. Holmes?
I believe that there was an incident that took place, and he made a complaint about the letter, and it was left in his mailbox.
Do you believe that shows some sort of evidence of a bias by Mr. Holmes against Mr. Devine?
I do not.
Right. Do you know that in his IA report, Mr. Holmes referred to Mr. Devine as a misogynist?
I believe he did, yes.
He did.
I believe that was in reference to the 2000.
She made a comment saying that she didn't want Sandra hanging around the station anymore because she would always hang around. So when she brought her daughter to the station, her daughter wrote that in crayon, the word revenge. That's just out there. I don't understand how that got there, but that's what they were talking about. Yeah, I just spoke to Mikey. He's doing good. He sends his love as usual. He's resting today. So again, thank you everybody for the prayers. See, we can do stuff, man. We've done it before. We could do it again. Matter of fact, do I have that here? Yeah. Bang. All right. Back to the show.
15.
Oh, time out. No one can deny that the chief knew there was something going on with that girl in the officers within her control. She knew that the whole time.
She absolutely knew, and that makes her even more disgusting. Ick. Gross. Yuck.
She could possibly have maybe not had that gone through that. She could possibly have a baby right now.
Right?
Hey Jess, how are you, Jess? Jess, gotta think about this. What we're gonna do this year. 24 hours is a tough thing, Jess. That was a lot. I don't know how many more 24 hours I got in me like that. Maybe figure something else out to remember him by. Maybe candles, maybe those balloons, the balloons that float.
The lanterns.
Yeah, they call them lanterns.
Floating lanterns.
With lanterns of love, is that what they call them?
Something like
The
that.
floating lanterns.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be a really good idea.
I think Jess, the floating lanterns. Yeah, that was Jess's idea. Great idea, Jess. I mean, it couldn't have been any more perfect than it was. So, very thrilled about that. So, but you think she knew about everything going on? I mean, she was a detective, wasn't she?
She knew everything that was going on. Absolutely everything that was going on. She could have stopped this from the very beginning, and she chose not to.
Think about this. If you work somewhere, right? Yeah, Jess, you know what I'm saying. Jess gets it. And Jess will take the lantern idea and do something 10 times better. Sweet. Yeah, if the bingo, Donna said, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, she's correct.
Money. See? The reason
Well,
she did
hopefully-
the investigation. All right, Noodles, why would she do an investigation? See, let's see if you can figure this one out. It's sick.
It's really sick. She should be fired. She should be sued. She should be
Why
locked
did she,
up with the rest of them.
if she knew what happened, why did she do the investigation?
Like Donkey just said, to cover her ass. That's the only reason.
Well, here's the other problem. Not just to cover her ass. She starts the investigation, right? And now she don't got to do nothing. It's under investigation. Can't talk about it. It's under investigation. It's under investigation. Can't release that
But
information.
she's also being investigated too.
So again, right? She's not innocent here. If she saw what was going on and didn't do something, the dereliction of duty, right?
Right.
Yeah. See?
She's just as gross and evil as the ones that were actually involved.
Bingo, right? Yeah. So she says she does the investigation, and that gives her enough time to do it until she goes and the tires off into the sun by saying it's under investigation.
Well, hopefully she
Dirty
won't be
trick.
able
Isn't
to
that
retire.
horrible? Noodles,
She'll
imagine
be-
going to the doctors and saying, hey, I got this problem. And him saying, don't worry about it. And then they got this problem and goes, don't worry about it. All of a sudden, well, yeah, you have that problem. I can't fix it. Little late.
Yeah.
Sick. But again, it's about money. And if you don't think it's not about money, why is Helena still doing details?
It's a good question.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Back to the show.
Investigation.
Is forming that opinion, is that what a neutral person should do when setting forth the facts in an internal affairs investigation?
I believe he was referring to what was described in that investigation. I would have to look at that page if you would like me to.
Well,
So I'm just confused. The use of the word misogynist was in which internal affairs, 2015 or the later one?
It was written in the later one, referencing the 2015 investigation, I believe.
Thank you.
just have it. Now, as part of the 2015 investigation, Mr. Devine, I believe, raised it, came to an agreement with the town of Stoughton regarding his culpability or responsibility for his acts.
Huh.
Right? Page 632.
You said page 632.
632.
Can you refer to something, sir?
Yeah, sure. Refer to page 632.
And that's in your exhibits, the
Right. Yeah, the very part. And then this all the individuals.
That's 900.
It's Division Exhibit 3. Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
So, do you have page 632?
I do, sir.
Okay, and I want you to look at 632, 633, 632, and 634. Is that the memorandum of agreement between the town of Stoughton and Robert Devine relative to the 2015 Internal Affairs investigation?
That's the camera feed. That's not. And heads
Yes.
up, everybody, real quick. If you haven't subscribed to the trial channel, we've got to give them props before we go any further. The trial channel. Please sub to them. I mean, without them, we can't be doing what we're doing here. You know, they have been given so much info for us. It's dynamite. Absolutely great channel.
I want you to turn to page
Props to them. Giddy up.
634. Paragraph 6.
Why? Why is it redacted?
Yes.
And you read, who released this record?
Objection.
Well,
Who gave you authority to present this record or to look at this record as part of the internal investigation report, given this agreement?
Objection.
what's the objection?
So there's no relevance to.
No, I'll allow it.
It's
But I'm not
how the
clear on
feed
the
is
question.
scaled.
Release it to whom?
Well, this is part that you've now released this file in this agreement in the internal affairs investigation report, correct? From 2021.
Yes.
There's been requests, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the feed. I can't make it any bigger.
Personnel files and internal affairs files.
so you released it, right? It's out in the public.
Objection. That doesn't have any relevance to this one.
I think it's relevant.
I'm gonna allow it. It may go to the argument about bias, and I'll
Yeah, we got
I'll
20 minutes in
allow
this
the
deal.
witness to answer that question.
Sorry.
Did you at some point release this to somebody?
It was released to post.
Right.
In a number of, when public records laws changed with regards to internal affairs files, there was a discussion with regards to town council, what gets released, and everything that was released on the public records was done through council to the town.
And was this part of what was ultimately released because of changes in the public records law?
I believe so. I would have to look at all the documents that we've released over the years.
And was that before the 2021 investigation or later?
Oh, no, it was later, so later.
So, the supervisor of public records give you permission to release it?
There's been various appeals for records that have been sought, and we've turned things over and responded to anything through public records. And if we've denied things, we get supervisor records. There's appeals there, and we respond to those.
Did your department get permission to release this?
No,
Now, Mr. Devine, with this agreement, agreed to discipline in certain claims. He owned up to his responsibilities in the 2015 matter, right?
he settled an agreement with the town manager and the appointing authority. Yes,
And that's why he came out, right? He did it for him.
as a result of the agreement. Yes,
The town let him back in, right? They wanted him back.
the appointing authority. Yes, agreed to an agreement.
So it wasn't your choice to have him back, but it was the appointing authority's choice to bring him back. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And did they have a meeting or a hearing where people try to voice their opinion whether or not Mr. Devine should be brought back to the department?
Not sure what you're referring to, sir.
Do you recall that there was a role taken within the department whether or not they thought that Mr. Devine should return to the department? That is, the officers in the department trying to decide amongst themselves.
Not that I remember now.
Now, did you review the internal investigations report before you, before it was signed by Officer Devine? I'm sorry, Officer Holmes. Did you review it?
Yes, I did.
And in it references statements that were made by Mr. Devine, right?
I believe so.
And those statements were recorded, right?
What, I don't know what you're referring to. What,
Well, Mr. Devine gave a statement, and then you try to schedule a second statement, and it didn't pan out, right?
as far as an interview?
Yeah, interview.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I used the word interview, statement interview. He gave an interview,
Yes,
and that interview was recorded.
yes,
And there's a transcript.
yes.
There's no transcript that was provided to us in the IA report. Do you know why Mr. Devine wasn't provided a copy of his own statement?
I do not.
Objection.
I'm sorry?
Objection.
And that forms the statement.
Did you ever provide the post commission with a copy of Mr. Devine's statement?
I did not provide the boost, initially, all the items in this.
And you've never provided Mr. Devine a copy of his own statement, have you?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
And the copy of Mr. Devine's statement is not incorporated in the AI report, correct?
Do you mean the IA report?
Yeah, IA report from 2021.
I don't know if it's in there or not. I've not looked at all the exhibits. and look at them if you'd like me to.
Why have? They're not there.
Objection.
That's why I'm asking.
We don't need you to testify. Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. And
But to save me the trouble of looking through it, do you have a position on that, whether it's in there or not?
We don't have a copy of the transcript.
Okay, so it's not in the IA report.
correct.
Okay.
And you're aware that many statements were taken as part of the AI investigation. I keep saying it. IA investigation by officer, Sergeant Holmes, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
There were many statements taken, right?
There were a number of interviews conducted, yes.
Page 44, page 44.
Just to help me during this process, is this from Exhibit 2 as well?
Yes, it's number 40, page 44 in your documents.
It's Exhibit 1.
Part of Exhibit 1. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Thank you.
Do you have that page now?
Yes, I do, sir.
And in the middle of that page is a name.
Yes.
And it says, is that right so far?
Yes.
Did you take a recorded statement from this? Did your department take a recorded statement as part of this IA investigation from this?
That page refers to the I is Deputy Chief Holmes.
Did you ever give the Post Commission a copy of that transcript?
I do not know.
Do you know that there's no transcript attached to the IA report from a mis?
I do not know that.
And in fact, I'll ask to take the phones about that later. We turn to the next page, 45,
Nice.
Exhibit 1. Was
Got it.
her interview was conducted as well, is that correct?
Yes.
And the transcript was made for her?
I do not know if all the transcripts are in there.
Well, would the transcripts have been made for each one of these witnesses?
That would be a question for Deputy Chief Holmes.
Okay,
Chief Holmes.
because there are many witnesses in, it's like that. When you reviewed this IA report, did you have any concern that there were many witness statements, but there weren't transcripts of their statements included in the IA report?
I was not concerned with, no.
Did you read every single page of the 488 pages, I think it is?
I've read the majority of it.
The majority. Now, prior to Mr. Devine giving his statement to the investigator in this case, was he required to, or asked to sign any documents?
I believe he was.
I get page 1402. It's, Respondent's Exhibit 12. Respondent's Exhibit 12. I'm sorry.
Is it Exhibit 16?
Yes, I'm sorry. You're Exhibit 16. And I do all, yes, I'm sorry. Exhibit 16, I'm sorry. I wrote it down. And the first document in our view here is a subject interview preface. Did I read that correctly?
On 1402, it says Respondent Exhibit 16.
Oh, yeah, go to the next page.
Okay.
1403.
Subject Interview Preface. 1403.
Yes. What is that?
I ask you to keep your voice up a little bit. You know, these are old tired ears on my head. So
Yes, sir. Sorry.
thank you.
Did you provide a copy of the one for Mr. Devine to the post commission?
Provide a copy of what are you
The one
referring
that
to?
involves Mr. Devine. This is a form that would be filled out to him. Is that correct? Would this be filled out to him? How is this particular document?
I wasn't present during the interview. I can't answer that.
Are you familiar with the procedures to conduct an internal investigation?
Yes,
As part of the procedure, would that document have been filled out?
the Weingarten, and if it was a criminal investigation, yes. You read the Miranda rights?
Yeah, okay, so Miranda rights. Why don't we go to 1404, page 1404? Can you please tell me what that document is?
1404?
1404. Is that right? Yes. Now, this is the Fifth Amendment waiver, correct?
Yes.
Where is Mr. Devine's Fifth Amendment waiver?
If it's not in the initial investigative report, I don't know. I didn't conduct the interviews.
It's not exhibit number one. And do you know if the post commission ever received a copy of his Fifth Amendment invocation or his rights that he might have signed?
Objection.
Well, if she knows, you can answer that. Are you aware whether the post commission received a document like this?
I am not aware.
And as an officer for over 20 years, you know that if someone invokes their Fifth Amendment right, no negative inference can be drawn from that. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But when Mr. Devine resigned in his resignation, and it appeared that he didn't cooperate anymore, Sergeant Detective Holmes drew a negative inference from him remaining silent. Is that correct?
How are you referring to that, sir?
Well, you've just testified that the negative inference shouldn't be drawn for someone remaining silent, right? And when when Officer Devine resigned from his employment, he wasn't essentially cooperating with the department anymore, right?
Yes.
And should a negative inference been drawn from him not cooperating and remaining silent?
I don't know that you just asked me if Deputy Chief did that. I don't know. I can't answer that.
Exhibit 1, page 63. Last line on page 63. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Should a negative inference been drawn from Mr. Devine because he resigned? Didn't say anything anymore?
You're referring to the Fifth Amendment rights.
Yeah.
This was an internal affairs investigation.
He was supposed to sign the Fifth Amendment document, right? That's what we just were discussing.
If he was invoking his rights, then he was being investigated for an internal affairs investigation.
Okay.
Policy violation.
So, and in fact, Mr. Devine didn't resign, he retired. Right.
I believe the resignation said resignation to retire, but I have not read that recently.
How people go back to
Mm-hmm.
1404? Is it 16? Sorry, let's go to the next page, which is 1405. Page 1405. Which,
Do you have a question?
yes, you know what that document is?
Yes, sir. It says Weingarten rights, employees' right to union representation.
Do you know if a union representative was present when Mr. Devine gave his statement?
I believe it was an attorney from the union.
I'll go to the next page, which is 1406. Do you recognize that document?
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize the document?
Gary warning form.
What is Gary warning?
I'm sorry,
What is Gary warning?
would you like me to read it?
Sure.
Sure. Ugh.
Do you want me to continue?
No. Gary warning basically says if you speak to us, we can't use what you say against you in the criminal proceeding. Is that fair to say?
Hmm.
Yes.
Where is the one Mr. Devine sent?
I don't know.
Mm.
Did you provide it to the post commission?
I'm not sure.
Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure. Wow.
The last of those documents, that exhibit 1407.
She did the IA investigation.
She's a
You
liar,
know the
liar,
purpose of
pants
this
on
particular
fire.
witness
Yep.
interview preface.
Yes,
What's the purpose of it?
I've given to the witness in an investigation. During an internal affairs investigation.
Of course, Gail. She had to know.
And was the copy of the one used with Mr. Devine ever provided to the post commission to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, I do not know.
When you read the IA report, did you look to see if the Deputy Holmes was doing his job correctly?
When I read the internal affairs executive summary,
Yes.
I read
The whole
yes, I
internal
read
affairs report.
the entire, it was all not done in one day, sir.
When you read through it, were you looking to just see if it was complete, or did you look through it to see that whether or not Officer Holmes had made any mistakes?
I was reading through the document, it's a voluminous document, sir.
And you'll agree with me that the document is predominantly involves William Farwell and Matthew Farwell. Correct?
The majority of it, I believe, is Matthew Fowler.
Now, after Mr. Devine's first statement, you tried to schedule a second statement. Is that correct?
I did not, but
Did you have any exchange with him? I'm sorry.
investigators did, yes.
Did you get involved in any of the scheduling or talk to Mr. Devine or email Mr. Devine or have any type of communication regarding his scheduling?
Did I know?
And you do understand, however, that a statement, a second interview, I keep calling them statements, sorry. A second interview was not conducted, but that Officer Devine was given a whole bunch of questions.
Ain't that true, Gail? So true.
Yes, that was, I believe, referenced in his letter that he sent
But she's still getting a retirement.
during it, when he resigned.
And that is part of the record, right?
Again, I believe so, but I would have to look through it.
She's just
And he answered all the questions. Did you review the questions he sent? The answers he sent?
I'd have to look at it, sir.
Why is she playing dumb?
because she is.
Sorry, Judge, it's Exhibit 19. with
It's
him.
so obvious that she
Exhibit
just didn't
one.
want to get involved with it.
Sorry, do you need page 19?
No, I didn't. This is what I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is over 250.
It'll be.
Oh, why do they do that?
Emma,
Oh, because they're showing the
Yes, sir.
pictures and they're redacted.
and
I get it.
if you turn to page, first page is postage. You turn to page 254. That's Mr. Devine's response. And his response goes all the way to the next exhibit, which is Exhibit 20. His response is quite extensive. And at that point, Mr. Devine had an interview,
I didn't get it,
and he
RBA.
was given some knowledge that it had to do with some internet problems or some internet thing that was going on. Is that fair to say?
Again, I
You
don't
don't know.
know the contents of the questions with regards to the.
Well, did you talk to Sergeant Detective Holmes about what questions Mr. Devine was asked and what his position was on the investigation?
Deputy Chief Holmes?
Yes, ma'am. I got it on this page, 300. No. It's 300, but no.
You sent email, CPUTOM at Gmail.
One more.
Inbox.
Keep going, I'm trying to page up. 305. I'm sorry, ma'am?
I wasn't part of drafting the questions. For Officer Devine.
Okay. Want you to turn to page 305?
Imagine that. Gail,
You
what a-
recognize
let's just stop for a second.
page
'Cause
305?
Gail just hit the fucking nail on the head. Gail, what a perfect opportunity for this chief to take that young girl under her wing and get her away from them guys. No, come with me. She had the power.
I wonder if she's married and has children of her own.
Unbelievable, right? And you know what? There's no law in the world that's gonna say that she did something wrong. We can say that she did. Donna, you're right. She is disgusting, but there's no law. She didn't break any law. That's the problem we have here. Do you see
She
what I'm
did.
talking about?
She protected these officers of doing
She's-
nasty stuff.
She's
to
making the
children.
argument. She did the investigation. That's her argument, that she's the one that found this bad stuff. Mm-hmm. Javier, you're right in the money. Yep. This is bigger. Think about this. This is allowed to go on. And this is Stoughton. And we know about Canton. What? Randolph's exempt from this? Really? Whitman exempt? Huh. Odd. Abington doesn't go near it. Ain't that weird,
But
Noodles? How's that?
she
How's that work?
she definitely didn't do her job and take her oath of to protect and serve as she should have. That's for sure.
Mm. Cheryl, thanks for being here. Yeah. She's yeah. And she thinks that she did good by doing the investigation.
She had no choice
long
but
time
to
since
do
I've
the
seen- yeah.
investigation.
Well, where are the other people that were charged? The other police officers that knew this was going on and allowed it to go on. What charges did they get? Where are they? Anybody? Oh, that's right. They're still working. Don't bother them. They're making money.
It's gross.
Yep. And no charges. She was pregnant with a baby.
Well, hopefully the feds will still do something about all of it, about her, about everything, because you know the feds
Let's
have
see.
never left Massachusetts yet.
Oh no, they haven't left. But yet, like, you're letting this go on and you're just sitting there watching it. I
She's
don't.
enabling it.
I don't. A lot. A lot. Ah, I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a big link. This is just crazy, guys.
What's the date on 305?
August 18, 2022.
Okay, so on August 18, 2022, Robert Devine was asked these questions after he didn't sit down for his second interview. Is that fair to
Good
say?
to see Cheryl here.
He was sent this document.
Yes, sir. By the author on page 307. She was Deputy Chief Holmes. Right?
Yes,
And if we look back at, and these are the questions he wanted answered, right? Now, if we look back at page 250, (251), it's the postage, right?
that's what's in the book. Yes, sir.
So on August 24 of 2022, Mr. Devine had answered the questions, put together a package for the department, and submitted it to the departments, right?
Is there, I'm not seeing a date.
Oh, that's fine. Is it the? you got
Everything
the
works
postage?
out. This is
In
good.
Black pages postage.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
Rico,
This
Rico
would be-
Suave.
251, page 251, or page 252.
Well, how about not good for chiefs? Chief of polices.
I don't see it in this page that I'm looking
Well,
at.
do you have a page with postage on
Yes.
it? Okay. You see this?
Wow.
You see the date?
The word amount is cut off on this form.
Oh, it is?
Skimming through it now,
Cut off
RVA.
from your printing. It's also displayed up
Oh,
there.
it's right there.
Oh,
Wow.
sorry.
See it? Oh. Right?
Yes,
So he was sent a letter on August 18 of 2022, and within 6 days, he responded with about 50 pages of documents and an explanation to each question asked. Is that correct?
if you say there's 50 pages, I don't,
Well, roughly 50 pages. It goes from 250 to 305,
250, okay.
55 pages. It's only 5 pages is postage and. Did you ever have a discussion with Sergeant Detective Holmes about how quickly Mr. Devine had responded to the questions?
No,
Did you ever discuss with Sergeant Detective Holmes the content of what Mr. Devine had provided?
no,
Mr. Devine was put on notice that there was a problem, with some sort of internet issue going on. So you know, did you know that?
Mr. Devine,
Mr. Devine was put on notice on August 18 of 2022 on page 305.
Wow.
That's on page 305. So Mr. Devine was placed on notice that there was some sort of internet issue. And he responded with about 50 pages of problems he had on the internet that he'd been trying to fix for years. You know that?
I don't understand what you're trying to say, an internet issue.
Well, he was placed on notice. Okay,
I mean,
what is iMessage? What is iMessage? Do you know what iMessages are?
Yes,
Okay, how does someone send an iMessage?
if it's through Facebook,
Goes through the internet, right?
yes.
Snapchat. What's that?
It's an app you put on your phone, communicate with people.
Goes through the internet, right?
Yes,
WhatsApp. What's that?
it's another device and app that you can put on your phone and communicate.
And Facebook. Facebook.
The same,
Social media websites.
social media website, yes.
So Mr. Devine was placed on notice on August 18, 2022, that there was a problem with, there was an issue involving this investigation that had to do with internet access or internet issues. Is that fair to say?
I mean, there are questions that each specific questions about, each question here, he was asked these questions.
My question is whether or not Mr. Devine was placed on notice that there was an issue involving internet matters, such as Snapchat, WhatsApp, iMessage, Facebook, and the like. He was placed on notice. That's what that letter of August 18 is. This is what we're looking for, right?
Yes, he was asked questions.
And he responded by giving some 50 pages of email messages, Facebook problems he's had to try to say, is this what you're looking for? Is that what he did?
That would be a question for Mr. Devine, if that's what he did. I don't know what he did.
Well, why don't you look at the records? Why don't you look at pages 250, 253, say, through 300, and tell us what you, in your background training experience, believe those records to be.
Objection. The records speak for themselves.
Right, it's not what it appears to be, but you can look at the document, and say what it is. You want her to read each of these?
No. So these are, they should just read a couple,
Okay.
and I'll ask you a question. Does it look like Mr. Devine was trying to help the investigation and give you all information he had regarding problems he was having with social media?
He provided these documents to the deputy chief. I don't know what his intent was.
And the deputy chief discounted that, didn't he?
I can't answer that question. I do not know that.
Within a day of receiving this, he made his decision within a couple of days. Receiving this. Did he make his decision? Do you want to? You just covered him.
Did you answer that question?
What date are you referring to?
I'll ask you a different question.
Okay.
To your knowledge, did Detective Holmes ever follow up? Ever follow up with any investigation regarding the claims of Mr. Devine that he had internet problems in the past?
With regards to these documents, I do not know what he did for a follow-up.
Did you read Mr. Devine's response on approximately page 253? His written response. Did you ever read his written response?
Much later.
Much later.
Yeah. Meaning not on the date that you referenced, date 24.
He complained that he had problems with the internet. He did not fix it, right?
I believe he does state that in his letter.
Now, I want to switch gears. Most of the questions regarding the internal affairs report should be directed towards Officer Holmes, right?
As far as the investigation?
Yeah.
Yes.
He did it, right?
He, along with the other investigators, yes.
Now, there have been, as your tenure at the office, there have been several complaints made against you by subordinates. Is that correct?
Complaints to me?
Well, complaints about you.
Okay.
The two of your lieutenants alleged that you and Deputy Holmes unfairly weaponized the internal affairs process against them. Do you remember that?
Objection. It's alleged.
That was alleged, correct, man?
Yes.
Who were they?
I believe it would be Daniel McGowan and Daniel Carmichael.
At least two people filed lawsuits against the town due to these issues. One of them was Officer McGowan, correct?
Lieutenant McGowan?
Lieutenant McGowan.
Yes.
Just so I don't get confused, is the person making these allegations Lieutenant McGowan? Is that
Yes.
what we're saying? Okay.
And Lieutenant McGowan made allegations that you and Deputy Holmes had weaponized the internal affairs process against you.
Yes.
Do you recall if Lieutenant testified about your discipline policy?
I don't know what the testimony you're referring to.
Lieutenant McGowan's public hearing? Do you recall that at all?
Yes,
I didn't understand the question, so would you repeat that?
There was a public hearing held for, Lieutenant McGowan.
there was a public hearing with regards to an investigation and discipline. Yes.
And who was pushing that, pushing that investigation?
Who conducted that investigation? Deputy Chief Holmes.
And, Lieutenant Bonnie testified that as to the absurdity of the discipline that the department was requesting in that case. Is that correct?
Objection. We're getting outside of the scope of the hearing here.
I'll hear you on that. Why should I allow you to go down this road?
Well, Judge, she's made a recommendation as to the decertification of Mr. Devine. And if it's a pattern of the department to just make blanket recommendations of decertification to harass employees, I think that should be shown that they have a bias or policy to go after officers when they shouldn't. As I've already said to you, Your Honor,
If you're making an offer of proof, is this allegations by McGowan the pattern you're talking about?
I'll withdraw it. I'll withdraw it. You can get some facts. I think the facts are more important to Your Honor. Now, we briefly spoke about Detective Matthew Farwell, and I believe that he's been charged with murder in this case, right? Not this case, I'm sorry, murder in the overall incident involving SB.
So, no, he's not.
Matthew Farwell?
He's not charged with murder.
Oh, what's he charged with?
He's under a federal indictment.
Yeah, it's a charge.
Killing a witness, I believe, is the charge.
That would be SB.
That's the indictment, yes.
That's murder, right?
Well, murder is a state crime.
Okay. Is it different? It's state, federal, it's different. It's killing somebody.
But the specific charge is different in different jurisdictions, sir.
You promoted him at one point, didn't you? You promoted him to detective.
Yes, I did.
When did you promote him to detective?
I don't have the exact date, but I believe it was in early 2017.
And when you promoted him to detective, that gave him the ability to have more freedom and motion and movement in the department. Is that correct? You go out and detect, I guess.
His assignment was 4 to 12. He was a detective.
He didn't have
Correct.
to sit. I'm sorry.
He worked 4 to 12.
Work 4 to 12. What were his assigned duties, if any?
Whatever the detective sergeant assigned to him, as far as cases that he investigated.
So he would have less supervision than he would as a patrol officer or a desk officer. Is that correct?
Objection. What's the relevance to this hearing?
Yeah, I'm starting to get curious about that myself. Why is that relevant?
Well, Judge, she promoted a person in charge of murder. And again,
But she didn't promote him when he was charged with murder.
right. She promoted him. And this is a case of the department being under scrutiny by the press, the news media, the town, and these two officers, the chief and deputy Holmes, are trying to cover their tails so they don't lose their jobs. And they're looking for scapegoats such as Mr. Devine to fit their agenda and fit their narrative. And we believe this bias based upon this, they're trying to cover themselves. And by coming out that that is Chief McNamara promoted Mr. Farwell to give him more movement and freedom to do what he chose, may have led to the death of Mr. SB. So there's more bias. And see it, I think
You've got it in the fact that she promoted him back in 2017. You can argue that from there. So I sustain the objection.
Now, when Mr. Devine first returned to the job after the 2015 incident, I'm sorry, one day before he returned, his wife was stopped by one of your officers, right?
I don't know the date that she was stopped, but she was stopped by one of the patrol officers.
And she filed a complaint of harassment within the department, didn't she?
I believe she did, yes.
And even though your AI policy states that all complaints will be investigated, that was never investigated, was it?
I believe the sergeant on the midnight shift and looked into the complaint. I believe it was happening at 7 o'clock in the morning or something to that effect. Citation of moving violation.
And it was swept under the rug, her complaint.
I believe it was determined by the sergeant that it was an incident that took place, that she was pulled over, that there was no intent for bias.
Oh, you heard what was I want to get home then. Tell me, did you ever look at the internet post exchanges that are part of William Farwell, his exchange with SB and perhaps Officer Heels exchange with SB? Did you ever look at any of those?
Not recently. Have I ever? Yes, I reviewed. I couldn't say what they say.
And did you review the specific ones where it's SB is talking with William Farwell? Did you look at those?
I've seen them in the past, yes. Word for word, I don't know what from memory.
All right. In some of those exchanges that SB has, that we have, that the post is identified as exhibits, the issue comes up of Miss SB sending text messages to Rob. Do you know that? And my understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, is the AI report contains over 50,000 pages of exchanges, and they are from the cell phone of SB, they are from her computer. Is that correct?
That is my understanding.
So her cell phone record should be there, and her computer record should be there, right? Along with any photographs.
How they extracted and got the information, I'm not privy. Not that I know what they did as far as the Mass State Police. They're the ones that had the initial access to that.
So all of her information, her cell phone and her computer, they should all be here in the 50,000 plus pages of documents, right?
I don't know what, I don't know exactly what they provided as far as the Mass State Police to us from the extractions.
But your understanding
If it
is,
was everything or just,
I got one last question. What do you understand is the content of the extractions made by the state police?
it's from her cell phone. That was, my understanding is that it was backed up from her MacBook.
So it would be all of her cell phone records and text messages, right?
It's my understanding that it came from the cell phone. What they extracted, I can't testify to that.
And all the information from her computer that might be social media or photographs, right?
Again, I'm not sure what device they got this off of.
But that's your understanding, that they collected everything, right?
It's my understanding. They're the ones that collected.
I have no more questions.
Okay. Redirect.
Yes, please, Your Honor. When you were answering questions under Cross, is it fair to say you read part of the IA investigation where there was a negative inference due to retirement of Mr. Devine?
Yes,
Have you heard the term resigned or retired in lieu of discipline?
yes, I have.
What does that mean?
Believe it is a term that is used by post to resign prior to any discipline from a department.
So, Mr. Devine retired prior to the IA conclusion, correct?
Yes,
And so he was not disciplined for the IA, is that correct?
correct.
Gentlemen, since this is a form of discipline,
From the department, he was not disciplined, correct?
In that context,
He's not disciplined from the department. No.
There was also talk on Cross about who the appointing authority is that fair to say?
Yes,
Now, at the time of the 2015 discipline, the town manager was who entered into an agreement with Mr. Devine. Is that
Sorry, guys. Noodles, you didn't help me out, my girl. Left me hanging.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was eating my popcorn.
Good to see Carrie here. Nice to see Carrie, my love. Good to see my girl here. Sorry about the phone call. All sorts of information coming out. You know how far and how deep this goes? Think about this for a second. Yeah, you let me know when, and I'm there. Not a problem. Again, easy. Don't even sweat it. So all it takes is a phone call. Bang. This goes
Tommy.
up so far, so deep. Yes.
Real quick, RVA had a real good question in chat. I
Mhm.
tried to pin it, but I can't do that. But it said, I have a question for the chat. How can the commissioner say that he had no involvement in the Karen Reed case, but Officer John O'Keefe was a Boston police officer for his department? Make that make sense.
What if John knew something about their little side thing, whatever they were doing? What if John knew? What if John reported on it 50 something times every time he called the police department? 53 times he called Canton Police Department. What if John knew something?
Right? I think that's what it was.
Come on. Listen, step back for a second, okay? Step back. Go back to Whitey Bulger. Promise you. Follow me for a second. Go back to Whitey Bulger. John was working in the sexual assault department. He was putting bracelets on all the pedophiles. Yes. What if John knew something about a little group of people that like little girls, and he was going to do something about it, and he knew where it happened, across the street, and he called, and he called, and he called, and he called, and he dealt with his contact, who was Kevin Albert. Played total interference. What a good guy, huh? So I lost what I was going, Noodles.
I also feel that being John knew something about it.
Oh, yes.
That's why John and Colin didn't get along, because the only person he could go to is Colin's uncle, Kevin.
Gail is, damn, I love this smart. Bang. John asked Chris at the pizza shop with his nephew if Tim was going to be there, because Tim was his contact, right? Was it Tim or Kevin? It was one of them. But yes, you're right, Gail. That's who his contact was.
I thought it was Kevin.
It's one of them. Phoebe, you're good. You're a good girl. It's all good. It's making more sense in that way. But
'Cause-
take a step back for a second, okay? Go back to Whitey Bulger. Noodles, do you know about Whitey Bulger?
A little bit, not
What
a
do
whole
you-
lot.
All right. Carrie knows. Damn it, Carrie. Haha.
Carrie, get on panel.
Yeah, Carrie, can you come up? Do you have a second, lady? I'll send you a link. I know you're busy, but do you have I can send you a link. Let me copy. It goes back to that. Bang. Oh, Cheryl, killing it. Bang. They didn't know each other, right? They're all, I don't know him. No, I've never met this guy. They're all calling, they're fighting over whose shotgun is what the bullshit was. You know, I don't know this guy. They play as dumb as they can on the stand to make us think that, like, that they just don't know. But listen, back to Whitey Bulger, okay? The FBI, our friendly FBI, right? They suck too. You think we're bad. You think it's bad here? Prove that it's not just as bad in the FBI, and I'll wait.
It's bad everywhere. It's bad in Minnesota. It's bad in every state. It's just some states don't get.
FBI gets the ability to just dump out piles of cash for whoever, for whatever, right? They're not corrupt. So listen, time out. Let's back up. We'll go back to Whitey. Whitey was moving drugs here and there, doing this, doing that. You know, an 18-wheeler full of Nikes goes through the fucking tolls, right? Massachusetts toll pike, and all of a sudden the truck of Nikes is missing. You know, a week later, every fucking development, they all got new sneaks. So go back to Whitey. Whitey had this place set up. He had this place on fucking lock. Whitey would sell flowers and take us kids and say, you go there. He'd give us a bucket. And the flowers, I think, were like $5. And it was near Valentine's Day. And people coming off the train, giving me money. He'd come by. Sorry. John, who worked for John, who worked for John, who worked for another John, who works for a guy that could be John, who works for fucking Whitey, right? So many different, doesn't matter. You're there, you're doing it. You're selling flowers, making a buck. John, you're working for John, your buddy. Yeah, okay, John, here you go. More flowers, no problem. We're moving flowers. I'm the only white person in Mattapan selling flowers with wads of cash, and not one person come near me. Because they knew I wasn't selling the flowers. I was just the dude taking the money and giving you the flower. Other people were selling the flowers. Now, he bailed with his money and hid it in his wall. He built a fucking wall in his apartment. And in between the wall, he stacked the cash. He actually had a wall full of money when they found him in California. And the money went to the Boston Police Department. Funny how fucking Boston keeps coming up, right? So Whitey got this whole town on lock, and he goes and he runs away. And he's in the wind. And the football cards still happening. The flowers are still getting sold. The trucks are still coming up missing through the toll pike. Things are running like they're supposed to. Everyone's getting paid. People are getting pounds of fucking cocaine shipped to their desk at the State House, right?
I didn't get any.
You see that, Noodles? The guy got busted with a couple of pounds of coke. He got shipped to his office at the State House.
Yeah,
Bunch of people got caught for that.
they could have shared.
Mass State House.
I mean, sharing
Pounds.
is caring.
They had pounds. Do you know what a pound of cocaine is?
Yeah, really yummy.
A pound.
Just kidding.
That's a pile like Scarface has. A pound is a Scarface pile. Not even stepped on. Step on it once. It's still a pile. Holy fuck, is it pile? No, we'll go. That money. Everyone's getting paid, right? Think about it. Everyone's getting paid all the way down the chain, right, Carrie? Goes from right down, and then everybody gets paid. Now, Whitey leaves. He's gone. All of a sudden, they find Whitey. And thinking Whitey lasted, I think, one day. I think he had one meal in jail, and they freaking killed him.
Wasn't Whitey the one that Spanky represented?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly who he represented. So
that says a lot about Spanky too then.
So Whitey left, and his operation kept running. Whitey died. Operations is still running. What we're seeing here is the exact same thing. This is the operation that I'm referring to. You guys are witnessing it. You're seeing this lady sit in front of a bunch of people saying, geez, I don't know. Geez, could be. Possibly, I didn't know. I don't know. Think about that. This is the chief of police. And guess what? Your chief of police is just as fucking dirty because that's how they become chief. Let's continue.
Correct.
Yes.
Were you the chief at that time?
No.
Who was?
Paul Shaston?
Do you know what his recommendation for Mr. Devine's discipline was?
I believe it was termination, but I do not know that for a fact.
I don't know. Let's keep track now. From now on.
Now, you've known Mr. Devine for over 20 years now, is that fair to say?
Yes.
When you address him personally, what do you call him?
Rob?
And you mentioned somebody named Robert Kuhn, who's also at the department, is that fair to say?
Yes.
What do you call him?
Bobby?
Do you ever call him Rob?
I never do know.
Can I ask that the witness be shown Divisions Exhibit 5?
Pretty close for people to know by
date
them
stamp is
names like
7/38.
that. Of course, we don't get that.
Now, is it fair to say,
Objection, seat to show. Cross.
we're talking about confusion about Roberts, and I just want to
That's where I thought you're all out.
Can you see on the screen, Chief?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that this record states?
Come on, people.
Objection, so I think the judge, we've already stipulated this is in evidence.
Well, there's been lots of things that were documents referred to. You can have her read it. Decide what's the question exactly?
To your knowledge, was anyone else at the Stoughton Police Department named Robert admitted on that same date?
Objection.
I'm sorry.
No, to your knowledge, do you know whether anybody else?
I do not know anybody else on that date.
Nobody else named Robert, you're saying?
Correct, Robert.
And that date was before SP's death, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, you testified during cross about Holmes disliking potential adultery, is that fair to say?
Yes.
And that damaged the relationship personally between Devine and Holmes?
Yes.
However, you testified on the direct that, to your knowledge, that did not impact them professionally, is that fair to say?
I believe that as time went on and Rob was working at the department, that they had discussions and repaired things for their personal relationship.
Can I ask now that the witness be directed to page 63 of Divisions Exhibit 1? And can we go to the paragraph above the subheading second interview of Robert Devine? Chief, beginning the paragraph of Divine's history, can you read that sentence? Sorry, is that the statement that you recall about the misogyny of Mr. Devine?
Yes,
And it appears that Chief Holmes's statement is based upon both the 2021 investigation and the 2015 investigation. Is that fair to say?
that's my understanding, yes.
And both investigations involved sexual conduct of Mr. Devine outside of his marriage. Is that fair to say?
Objection.
Yeah, you're asking to say what's in Holmes's mind when he wrote that? I'm going to understand the objection unless I misunderstood the question.
Sorry, I asked what the statement in the report says
Right.
that the chief just read.
Right. She acknowledged that's what it said, but you had a follow-up question.
Yes, the question was based on that statement, based on the wording of the statement, is that opinion based on the two cases? It's based on the
At this point, I think the document speaks for itself.
You also testified about a change in the public records law. Is that fair to say?
Yes,
Is one of those changes that police misconduct records are no longer considered personnel records?
yes.
How?
Now, in that agreement that you reviewed,
I'm sorry to interrupt, 'cause I didn't get this the first time. When did that law change?
I believe it was part of police reform. But I don't have a specific date, so I believe
Approximately, do you remember? Approximately.
2020.
Thank you.
and can we now direct to page, I believe it's 633. Excuse me, 634,
Wow.
and specifically
Wow.
number 6. Can you read the first few words of that first sentence there? So in other words, to the extent permitted by law would include the public records laws, correct?
Yes,
There was some discussion during your cross-examination of records that you, and whether you had provided them to post, is that correct?
yes,
Should the post commission request any of those records, would you be able to provide them?
yes.
And to your knowledge, were all the records relating to this IA
Objection
investigation?
before these questions. Objection.
It's a redirect.
I understand. Overruled.
To your knowledge, did the police department retain all the records relating to this internal affairs investigation?
To my knowledge, yes.
Now, can we go to page 227?
Well, actually, I have a question. Are you saying, Chief, that there are records relating to the internal affairs investigation that are not part of the report and the large exhibit attached to that report?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes. Are you saying that there are records in the internal affairs investigation that we're talking about that were not included in the final report or the exhibits attached to it?
I believe you asked me if I could, if there were good transcripts. I would ask the investigators to produce them.
No, I'm asking, do you know if such records exist, whether they be
I
the
do
forms that you were questioned about or transcripts or anything else that were not included, that were either purposely or for some other reason not included in the investigative report and the large exhibit attached to it?
I do not know if they exist.
And as to the ones that you've been questioned about, that is the waivers and the other forms and the transcripts that you've been asked about, have you seen those anywhere along the way?
I have not.
Next question.
Can we go to page 227 and look at the third full paragraph beginning, please? Can you read that, Chief? And this letter was sent to Mr. Devine after his retirement was effective. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Once he retired, can you order him to participate in an IA investigation?
No,
And during an IA investigation, interview, is there an oath administered?
yes,
And is that just to officers or is it to civilian witnesses as well?
I believe it's just the officers.
So a civilian witness isn't sworn in the same way, to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, yes, that's correct.
And at that time, Mr. Devine was a civilian, correct?
Yes,
And then can we go to 223? And the second full paragraph, the last sentence,
which paragraph, sir?
the second full paragraph. And that's what Deputy Chief Holmes did with Mr. Devine, correct?
That's my understanding, yes.
Nothing further.
Okay.
And he responded timely. Mr. Devine responded timely to that request. Correct?
He did respond.
He responded. Well, the request was due August 26th. He responded on August 22 or 24. 24. Right? We looked at the post.
Yes,
So he responded timely. Now, we talked about the public records law. How does the public records law change?
public records law changed in that any discipline was no longer, held confidential.
How about any confidential agreements? How did it affect the confidential agreement in this case, in the 2015 case?
On the advice of counsel, it was how we proceeded with the personnel file and the internal affairs.
Do you know the law?
The law says that is no longer confidential.
So you're saying that this
Discipline is no longer confidential.
so you're saying that the confidential settlement agreement is no longer confidential.
Objection asked and answered.
That's a slightly different way of asking it. You can answer that. Is that what you're saying?
It's my understanding, yes.
Have you seen them?
I even read it recently.
Now, you also testified that at some point you believe that Mr. Devine and Deputy Chief Holmes reconciled their differences.
Real quick, hands up for Cherry. She does a lot for a lot of people. She's does a lot of work for a lot of different channels that a lot of you people watch. And you guys probably have no idea that she does all the work behind the scenes to make it all happen. She's quite the person. So for that, Cherry, we love you, girl. We love you. Thanks for stopping by. Send our love to all the other people you bebop in and out. Just send our love with us.
I love my cherry cheesecake. Happy birthday.
It's her birthday. Happy birthday, Cherry. All right.
Yes,
So you know that they had differences, didn't you?
I know that Brian didn't particularly care for Rob's actions with regards to the internal affairs investigation in 2015.
And despite that bias, you continue to let Sergeant Detective Holmes oversee an investigation involving Mr. Devine.
Objection asked to the form. She didn't say bias.
You sustain this to the use of the word bias.
And you were trained that whenever a conflict of interest arises in an investigation,
Recuse yourself.
the officer must remove himself from that investigation. Is that correct?
100%.
Yes,
And when you realize, would you suggest that Officer Holmes, Sergeant Detective Holmes's feelings about Mr. Devine from the 2015 investigation created a conflict of interest?
my understanding was that there was no conflict of interest, that Brian Holmes, Deputy Chief Brian Holmes, had advocated for Rob at times in the department to participate in Oasis, to get involved in firearms licensing. They communicated and there was no concern with regards to them, and that there was any bias.
And actually, Officer Mr. Devine actually started the Oasis program, the drug program, right?
He's one of the founding members, correct?
I have no questions.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Your excuse.
Thank you.
How can she claim there was no conflict? It's all conflict.
Yeah, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing, and he knew him all before. But listen, we can go 8 ways to Sunday. Bottom line is that poor girl and her baby are no longer here.
That's
Now-
just for Sandra and baby.
I have this, and I'm gonna let me share this real quick. I'm probably gonna read this tomorrow. This is just a report from the town of Stoughton. It's 60 pages. It's vile. It's disgusting. It's horrendous. It's the actual investigation part of it, I think. It's facts. But there's 60 pages, and I think we can do our coffee instead of cartoons. We'll do coffee, and we'll go over that document. What do you think about that?
That's a lot of papers to read. You have fun
Yep.
reading those.
Yep. Well, we'll see about it. It's how, I mean, hey, if one person finds out, then that one person may know someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone. So, all right, back with everything else. Toys for Tots Boston at gmail.com. We're going to try and put together a Toys for Tots drive. I mean, if you have the ability and the amazing humans that make up this movement, let's get these people who are amazing, awesome, loving people, get them involved in Toys for Tots, and we'll do some real damage. We'll go in there and we'll make hundreds of people happy. How about that?
Love it.
Not just one or two. We do a bunch of people now. This is our chance to show them that, hey, this is the Karen Reed movement, right?
And again, anybody with suggestions, ideas, comments, send it to that email as well.
Mm-hmm. Anything. Because any help we can get.
And spread the word as much as possible.
Real quick, hold on, let me see. Yeah, all right. So guys, real quick, I might as well share this. This is another victim. And I say the word victim. Another victim came forward. And I have it. Gail, thank you for reminding me. Oh, yes. Gail, I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm telling you. She's great. This is another one of the victims. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her just talk. How about that?
Breaks my heart when I think about what Sandra went through. And now I'm reading about your background, and it's breaking my heart that you as a 12-year-old went through some pretty unnerving experiences. Let's just start with what it was like in that Explorers program. Can you walk me through it a little bit, what it was like for you, especially with Robert Devine heading it up?
Yeah. So, you know, in the Explorers program, there were just a lot of blurred lines between mentorship and friendship, and, you know, between authority figure and a guy you can swear in front of, you know. He had a regiment. We ran throughout the center of town, but, you know, then he would, like, you know, smack his wife in the ass in front of us and swear about his colleagues. And, you know, it was just, we felt like adults in the program. Rob Devine surrounded himself with girls who admired him that also came from difficult homes. Not the girls that played sports with a mom and a dad that loved them. Let's just put it that way.
Tell me about the basketball games. I think you refer to them as touchy-feely basketball games. Give me an idea of what you mean by that.
You know, I always want to be clear, you know, he never, like, touched us in inappropriate spots. But, you know, it was just, maybe not the greatest thing to do as a 30-year-old man alone in a gym with a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds. It was just a lot of bumping and grabbing big bear arms around you, you know. As a in limerence over him at the time, I loved it, you know. I didn't know. You know?
So he wasn't trying to dissuade you from this massive crush that you had. Again, at age 12, was there something that he did to encourage it? Like, I'm just trying to find the balance here. Was he doing something to make you? He certainly wasn't discouraging it, but was he doing things to encourage it?
Yeah, I mean, it should have prompted him to set a boundary, and there was no boundary. It was blurred. It was come to open gym. It was happy to see me. You know, it wasn't, there should have been a line drawn immediately. You know, this 12-year-old girl is a little crazy. Let's bring in some other adults. It was the opposite of that.
What happened when you found out that he was getting married? He was engaged.
You know, it was almost like he hid it from me. Weird also. But yeah, the day I found out, I mean, I was weeping. It was a huge heartbreak for me. You know, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. I'm 12 years old. I shouldn't have known that anyways. So I found out he was getting engaged, or he was engaged, and, you know, I just wept, and, you know, I couldn't even handle it. And he clearly noticed and knew why, and he wanted to solve it. He wanted to fix it. So I call it the closet incident. You know, I was not sexually assaulted at all, but he brought me into this gym closet. And it's funny, he remembers how the door always was with the desk and the chair, but you know, it's weird because he definitely closed that door. I'll never forget that day. He closed the door, not fully. He pushed it back with his hand, and it was open about this much, but it was closed. And then he brought me behind a wall where you could not see from the doorway. So he said that, and that's wrong. He lifted me up. He put me on a desk. He kissed me on the forehead. He gave me a big old hug. And I was 12 years old, and he looked me dead in the eye, and he said that I was a knockout. Now, he remembers saying, "We got a big age gap, you know that." And I actually forgot he said that, and my heart sunk when I heard him say that in the testimony. So he remembers that, but he doesn't remember calling me a knockout, and that when I'm 18, I need to come find him because he's going to take me out. That's what he told me at 12 years old, sitting on a desk.
On the day that you're apoplectic, you're in tears because you find out that the crush that you have on him is dashed. He's now going to get married, and he takes you into a back closet, shuts the door, picks you up, puts you on a desk, kisses you on the head, hugs you, and says, "You're a knockout, but there's an age gap."
Yeah,
and when you're 18, I'll essentially come back for you, and we'll be together.
Dude, 12.
Yeah, he said that.
I can't. What do you say?
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out this thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, I guess there are no words, but
No.
that chief of police knows what was going on.
Absolutely 100%. Knew
She did
everything.
nothing. You know
No.
what? She knew before she was just chief of police. And guess who else knew? Guess who else knew? He is a predator. Absolutely right, Jen. Guess who else knew? Lieutenant Fanning. He worked the Stoughton Police Department too.
They're all going down. Just a matter of time.
Him and Fanning had a little chit chat, and back cruises was just a face. Yeah, he's good. Talk to him. Whoa.
I do think that's why John O'Keefe was murdered, though. He knew too much.
It all makes sense now. It does to me. I don't see how it doesn't.
Right.
You know, I mean, these guys are all sick, right?
And they're all doing it.
How do we get our hands on the 911 calls he made to the Canton Police Department? I wonder if I should FOIA them.
You could. It's all going to get out there. Like, all of it is going to get out there. Every single person is going to be exposed. Every single thing is going to be exposed. And Massachusetts pretty soon is going to be by far a new state.
Oh, I doubt that. Here's the problem in Massachusetts. You have too many people that are already in too many positions of power. So if Noodles, for example, if it was you, right, that got caught with that pound of cocaine on getting delivered to you, right? Say it's you. Well, not the person above you or person you're going to see, but the person above that person. They're going to say, listen, just forget about that case. And you're going to go back home like nothing ever happened. Get it?
Yeah.
And they're just that's just who they are.
I'm just praying for the best and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Because honestly, if Massachusetts changes everything that has been going on, if they change the leaders, if they change the higher powered people, that's going to make a huge difference for all these other states. Like all these other states that are going through kind of the same similar situations, our states are going to be able to change because we watch a lot of what Massachusetts does. Like, Massachusetts isn't just, the world knows about Massachusetts. You see what I'm saying?
And we're stuck in it because there's so many people in the chain of command that are corrupt. There's so many of them that, like, you know, somebody, a friend of a friend of a friend knows somebody.
Right.
It's just bad scene. It's just bad altogether. Does anybody have the dates that he would have called, that John O'Keefe would have called? Anybody?
I do not know.
I have
Casey, what is the new law that you're talking about?
what?
Or am I just reading it wrong?
I'm looking. I'm not even seeing it. What law? Oh, the law that the governor signed, that if you get hurt during work, you get disability. So if he had his feelings hurt during work, then he might be able to get disability. That law that the governor just signed.
For having your feelings hurt?
This is Massachusetts. Are they talking about Florida? I didn't know about it. I don't know anything about. I know DeSantis. I know about Florida, but I don't know anything about the politics going on down there. But I'd like to find out. Listen, when your doctor asks you if you like living in Massachusetts, there's a problem. Okay, John, there in 2021, so we got it narrowed down. All right, freedom of information request. Here we go. To from. Yeah, same one I used, Mr. Rafferty. Copy.
They'll just say his 911 recordings like disappeared.
Do we know the new chief's name of Canton? Find out real quick.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it Perkins? It's Perkins. He's doing a good job. I mean, he's doing his job. right?
I'm having a brain fart.
Where is it?
Yeah, he seems to actually be like doing a job.
Right. Exactly. All right.
Gail
Tuesday,
and Rhonda said it's Perkins.
Perkins. Joseph. That's his formal name. Interim chief of police. All right. Copy. So, where is my FOIA? Yahoo changed their look. Do you use a Yahoo Mail at all? Noodles.
What was that?
Do you use Yahoo Mail?
No, I don't.
They changed it all around.
Yeah, I don't use Yahoo Mail. I only use Gmail. You can't ask me questions about technology. I don't know shit about it.
You'll be all right. All right. So, what do I want to know from the chief? What do I want to know?
The 911 calls, you want to get those?
From John?
Yep.
Okay. That'll work. To Joseph Perkins. Let me do this. Do. Paste.
KCM, really? That's awesome. So
Well, I'm not
KCM said
looking at chat.
breaking Florida's new law now allows the death penalty for adults who are word children under 12. Governor DeSantis signed the measure earlier this year, calling it justice for the most innocent.
Well, good.
Yeah. Too bad that wasn't in effect when I was 13. Oh,
And
it wasn't
you know,
mattered anyways.
Florida may just come up with a real quick and easy way to fix the problem. Take about a nickel.
Yeah, in my opinion,
I hope.
none of them should be on the streets ever again.
You can't fix that type of broken. I hate to say it, and I'm sorry if your family member is, but that's just a defective penny. You can't fix that. There's no therapy.
No, there's not. They should never be allowed to walk on the streets ever again.
All right. Copy of all records as defined in Massachusetts. I don't want to do wanless, but I want to do the 911 calls in regards to, specifically in regards to the 911 calls made from Officer John O'Keefe, whom lived in Canton and reported activity to your department over how many times? 53 times? Is that what Helena said in that selectmen's meeting?
It was something like that. Can't you, or just put in there anything pertaining to?
Well, yeah. All right, this is what it says. Formally requesting all documents and or all communications, written and or electronic, specifically in regards to the 911 calls made from Officer John O'Keefe, whom lived in Canton and reported activity to your department over 53 times. That's what I got.
Hopefully they would give everything, that they can.
I don't know. I mean, Does Karen even have that? Does her attorneys even have that stuff? Um,
But would they have, they wouldn't have needed it for her court stuff.
yeah.
So I don't know why they would pull it.
Mm. And I think 911 calls have to be kept and stored.
Oh, Gail said John didn't call 911. He called the direct line and was set up to talk to Kevin Albert every time after that.
Okay. All right. So, all right. To your department over various communication devices, namely, specifically, let's add it. Kevin Albert.
Yep.
For the same said amount of time. Okay. So,
Because Kevin Albert has to document all that stuff. I mean,
right.
well, he's supposed to, but he also tells Proctor to leave a freaking gun in his mailbox. I mean, he's very forgetful.
How do I do it? How do I make a footnote one? How make anyone know what the key combination is to make it little one so I could put a footnote?
Oh, like they do in court papers? No, I have
Yeah, I'll do that.
Like I said, I'm the last person you talk to about tech stuff.
This is just an email going to the chief. That's all.
I'm lucky I made it to the post office and still had my phone going. So that tells you a lot.
John was instructed to communicate directly with your employee, Kevin Albert. Comma, please include all communications in all forms from Officer O'Keefe to any member of the department, specifically and namely Kevin Albert.
What did you put for dates?
Yeah, all right.
Or like
all right, yeah.
starting
All right. Between the dates of January 28th to February 24th. So I'd have to go. So from before January 28th, I'd want to go a month is December, and then November, and then October. So I'll go October. Okay. Right. So where are we? September 28th to January 29th.
2021.
It goes from 22 to 23, right?
Well, Gail said John started calling CPD in June of 2021.
Okay. June.
So you'd want to go from probably January 2021
of 2021 to January 2023, right? I'll just do it month to month.
2022.
22.
That's when he was,
Yep, 2. Sandra was that. All right. So it says between the dates of June 21st, I'm sorry, between the dates, I got a dumb space there. All right.
January of
Ah.
2021.
June. All right. So I have, this public information request should include hourly wages paid by the town of Canton between the dates of June of 2021 to January 2022. These records, all right, so I can get rid of that. I don't want this part. That's for
No,
Brian
you should,
Prado.
you should start January of 2021, just so that way it's like the full
Okay.
year,
I can do
just
that.
in case there's certain things that nobody really even knows about. So if you go further back, you might be able to get more information versus what people said when John started calling, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I hate to say it, but I mean, he may have come across something. All right.
And also make sure you put any
All right. So go back again. You said what? July? I'm sorry, January?
January 2021 to
January
February of 2023.
to Feb.
Like do February 1st or something like
Yeah.
that. Then
Of 2023. Done.
yeah.
All right. We capitalize that.
And make sure you also put in there too any handwritten notes or logs.
Yeah, I got that covered. That don't need this. All right.
Oh yeah, no, it's 2022. John, not 2023. You had me stuck
2022.
on 2023.
Yeah.
So 2022.
That was my
February
fault.
2022.
Check. All right. So this public information request. This public information requested is for the time frame of January of 2021 to February of 2022. This should include hourly, this should also include hourly wages paid by the town of Canton between the same dates. Between the same dates. And then all right. As you're aware, must be provided this information within 10 days. Also, please note that these documents should be provided at no cost, as this is a public and community concern. I'm requesting a fee waiver. Law prices, okay. One more time. Let me share it with everybody before I dox myself. Let's do that.
Did Sandra ever call and make any reports on anything? Does anybody know?
Yeah, her friend did. That's what I know. I don't think she did, but her friends did, or maybe she did and no one listened to her and her friend called. I don't know how that transpired, but I know somehow her friends got involved.
Well, I do remember like one of her friends, was it sent a message to
Listen, it had to be the
Barbara?
it had to be the FBI. She had to send a message to FBI to make her a witness, or she was a witness to a crime, which is what they popped him on. Remember when they got him out of the truck?
Yeah,
They got him for the actual charge was murdering a witness.
because I
It-
thought,
Yeah. Let me share this. Let me see if you guys like this. Stop, share. This one, this one. All right, here we go. To Joseph Perkins, Chief of Canton Police Department. I'm sorry. To Joseph Perkins, comma. Chief of Canton Police. Get rid of chief twice. Why did I do that? Request public information. Ba-ba. Dear Joseph Perkins, dear Chief, 'cause he's a chief. Joseph Perkins. I can get rid of this. He knows where he's at. Bang, comma, go away. This is a request under the Massachusetts Public Records Law, blah, blah, blah. This is a formal request for a copy of all records as defined. Yes. I'm formally requesting all documents and or all communication, written and or electronic, specifically in regards to the 911 calls made from Officer John O'Keefe, whom lived in Canton, and reported activity to your department over 53 times over various communication devices, namely specifically Kevin Albert, for the same set amount of time. That doesn't make sense. Over 53 times with Officer Kevin Albert. Oh, hold on. Officer, is it Sergeant? Detective? Kevin
Kevin?
Albert? Is that who it was? Sergeant? Was he a sergeant detective or just detective? Gail will know.
I thought he was just detective.
Well, maybe drop his rank. Here we go. He'll demoted. Dang. Over 50 with Officer Detective Kevin Albert over various communication devices, namely specifically Kevin Albert's same set amount of time. John instructed to communicate directly with your employee, Kevin Albert. Please include all communications, all forms from Officer Keefe to any member of the department, specifically and namely Kevin Albert. This public requested time frame. This should also include hourly wages by the same time, right? Right, yeah. 10 days, no cost, waiver, sincerely. Okay. We're good. Let me send this out. Where's this information? I want his email. Okay. Still doesn't give it to me. I don't want it. I want this. Can you give it to me? Tell me. Give me the chief.
I hope you get it. I hope they will.
Email
What
Chief
happens if
Perkins.
what happens if they don't send the information that you're asking for?
You have to take them to court.
Really?
Yep. Why isn't the link working? Yeah, look what I got. Na, 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 na. Copy that. Go away. Got his email. Get rid of that. Put his email. Paste. J Perkins at town.canton.mass.us. It's CC Do I add Mark Radassa on this? Do I CC him?
You can, even if he doesn't want to get involved in it.
Ooh. Oh no, that's a long story. He'd get involved in it.
Well, no, I'm saying even if he didn't want to get involved in it, you can still CC him in it because everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
And
That
they're
would
gonna
be
be like,
funny.
"Oh, he's not playing games, is he?"
Yeah. My luck, they'd call him up. My lawyer'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Say, check your email.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's waiting just for mine. I mean, we've been communicating a lot. I'll tell you that much. And it's been funny.
Boston Mikey, hi.
Oh, is he in chat?
He is.
Oh, badass! Woohoo! There he is. Mikey.
I love you, Mikey.
Mikey,
Sending
you
lots
gotta
of prayers.
we gotta get me on the post commission, dude. I wanna sit in that seat. I wanna go to those. I wanna be part of those meetings. Get over right now. I'm emailing the chief right now, Mikey, of Canton. Paste request for public information.
Oh, you should ask Mikey what else should be added in there.
We're no, we got enough. If they come back and say no, then we'll figure something else out. But we got enough in that. I mean, you know how much data that is? That's gonna take a while to even research that. So what I did ask Mike is what I asked for was the 911 calls that John made to the police department. The one that Helena said that John called 53 times, something like that. I just requested them from the chief. Yeah, I got RVA's number for you, Mikey. Boy, we've been on here for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Wow.
It didn't feel like it was that long.
I know, huh?
So does
And-
Massachusetts destroy all their records after 10 years also?
7, I think. I think we got to keep them for 7, but they may have changed that.
Because I know Minnesota, it was 10 years and they destroyed files because
Mikey, go rest, bud. Love you, big guy.
Bye, Mikey. Get
That's
lots
awesome.
of rest.
He's in
Lots
good
and
hands,
lots of
man.
rest.
I'm so happy. I know one of his doctors. I'm just so happy. I'm like, I'm over the moon. He's in the right hands.
That's good.
Yeah. So that communication, whether it was email, phone, or I mean, he got to be something, right?
Well, yeah, there's got to be something documented somewhere.
Has to be.
Nobody does that just for fun.
Yeah. New microdots video. Love Richie. Richie makes such awesome work. You guys, Richie.
My 16-year-old, I got him so hooked on that.
On the microdot stuff?
Yeah. He follows microdots.
Yep.
He follows Turtle Boy. I got Turtle Boy's book for him, and
nice.
Turtle Boy signed it for him.
Oh,
I had mailed it to Meredith. Meredith gave it to him.
Yeah.
But he's got it up on his shelf in his bedroom so it doesn't get damaged, ruined, destroyed, lost, wet.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. So
he's a 16-year-old turtle rider from Minnesota.
That's really awesome. And the fact that he sees the work that Richie does, that's like, yeah. Richie's almost got 100,000 subs. Jesus, wow. Go, Richie, go, man. That's awesome. 93. It came out
phenomenal.
yesterday. Come out yesterday. Microdots. Oh, no, right here. Oh,
We know that my client arrived back at John O'Keefe's residence at 1 Meadows Ave in Canton at 12:41 a.m. because the Commonwealth produced a voicemail that she left for John, where you can hear the garage door closing, the car door closing, the house door closing while she walked in her high heels on the garage floor. 1 Meadows is about a mile from the Canton Library. We know the video equipment was working because they have that footage from 12:16 a.m. But in the video that the prosecution turned over to us, there is a gap in that video from 12:37 a.m. to 12:39 a.m., which would have been the precise time my client would have been driving back past the library. We know that that footage would show that my client's taillight was still intact at that point because she never struck John O'Keefe with her vehicle. Yet the prosecution has produced a video from the library with that crucial time period missing. This evidence is strictly in their possession. We've been told that the Canton Police provided the evidence to them via a share file, the Canton Library provided this evidence to them via a share file link with a guest ID and a guest password. We need that link, that user ID and that password. We cannot rely on Trooper Michael Proctor, conflicted Michael Proctor, to sanitize exculpatory evidence before sending it to us. We need the original footage. If the Commonwealth answers that that original footage no longer exists, then we'll need an evidentiary hearing to put the relevant parties under oath to find out what happened to it. The bottom line here, Your Honor, is that we've spent 15 months trying to uncover the truth.
The video was provided by the IT director for the town of Canton.
My name is Louis Jutras. I am the Information Systems Manager for the town of Canton.
Now, as far as the video was provided to Trooper Matthew Dunn of the CPAC unit with the District Attorney's Office, that was then shared with Ms. Crawford. It was a person in our office who specifically who deals with forensic and surveillance video and type evidence.
Whoa. Back the fuck up here. That type of evidence. Hear him mumble? That girl has got a master's degree in how to edit video without you guys knowing. Master's degree.
And Lally, if he could just spit the words out instead of making it very well known that Crawford is deleting stuff.
That's what she gets paid to do at the DA's office, but then they sub it out to their own company that they own. Right. Fanning again. Fanning comes up again.
District Attorney's Office.
Listen to him.
That was then shared with Ms. Crawford. It was a person in our office who specifically who deals with forensic and surveillance video and type evidence. It was then archived on our system. Recently, we reached out and spoke to the IT director with the town of Canton again. That share link I tried to send to council, email essentially wouldn't go through. We tried to open it, essentially it won't open. So the link expired within 30 days, within 60 days, if not 30 days of it being shared with our office, but the exact information that was provided by the town of Canton was archived by Ms. Crawford, was then provided to council at her arraignment in Superior Court, as well as I was able to download it onto a Citrix file, which I then shared with council earlier this week. So what we have as a video, what exists as a video, what we were given as a video for those relevant time frames was placed onto the archived within our system, was then placed onto a disk, and what's on the disk and what's been provided to council is what we received.
Okay.
Unbelievably, Judge Cannoni has no follow-up questions. Upon learning that footage from a functioning camera pointed directly at Karen's vehicle as it drove by has gone inexplicably missing. If she had actually done her job and looked into it way back in the summer of 2023, perhaps 2 expensive trials could have been averted. Somewhere along this chain of custody, the clip was removed.
Phew.
Prosecutor Lally seems to be placing the blame on the IT director.
What's on the disk and what's been provided to council is what we received.
But I'm unconvinced. We now have evidence in the form of an email sent from Michael Proctor to Colleen Crawford, stating, "Thanks for the help on this video," and her response, "My pleasure, Mike." If there was no footage of Karen driving by the library, then what exactly did she help with?
Yep.
The camera is located on the
Oops.
front left side of the library.
Colleen, you wouldn't be lying, would you, girl?
This is an exact recreation of the video clip from approximately 12:38 a.m. that would show Karen passing through the intersection with a perfectly intact rear right taillight. However, it now appears that Colleen Crawford assisted Michael Proctor in permanently deleting the file. And if she was willing to do that, it strongly suggests she may have also been involved in the other video discrepancies surrounding the case.
You had no reason to believe they weren't okay. A man was dead or dying on their lawn and your sister's not answering the phone. You didn't think there was some reason to believe they could have been in peril? You knew better. You knew she wasn't in peril. You knew that Brian Albert wasn't in peril. You knew what really happened.
The best way to support our channel is by shopping our original artwork and designs at dropmicrodots.com, or to become a valued member at patreon.com/microdots.
Real quick, guys, the best part of the whole video right here.
What really happened.
The best way to support our channel is by shopping our original artwork and designs at dropmicrodots.com, or to become a valued member at patreon.com/microdots.
There you go. I can't say enough about Richie's work. The guy is just phenomenal.
He is. He is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing.
She's
So-
in a side business with Fanning, Lieutenant
If-
Detective Fanning, who's Proctor's boss. They own a company that does the same thing that she does. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
What a
she does.
coinky dink.
Funny, she gets paid to do what she does that in the company that her and Fanning own, that they sub all the stuff out to.
Hey, is Colleen Crawford and Mike Crawford related?
No. No.
Sorry, I just had to ask the
Yeah.
question.
But it's just not right. It's so not right. And they
No.
get paid, and think of the invoices. That's something maybe we should look at is how much does the DA's office pay their company? Because they dissolved the company the day that John O'Keefe died, I think.
It was
Something like that, wasn't it?
a couple, wasn't it a couple days or
It was
maybe
a couple
even,
days after they closed
was-
the company.
yeah, because I remember you showed me that.
Yep. Hey, Mikey, we're gonna try and get a Toys for Tots going. Just a heads up, Mikey. We're gonna do it. We're gonna see if we can get a bunch of people together that can read people. Maybe adopt a family or two, and make their Christmas. Make them. You know what I mean? I mean,
Make these little children smile.
we helped Karen, right? We helped Aiden, right? We've helped a lot of people, and maybe we can help like a bunch of people at once instead of just onesie twosies. You know?
We should also do something for a meal for them. Like,
How about pizza? How about this? If they submit them, if the family submits the list, we'll get pizza. We can have pizza delivered to them. We have a meal at their house. We'll do it over the internet. I'll get pizza.
Yeah.
You get pizza at your house, and we'll all have pizza. Have a pizza night. We'll just put the cameras on and just chit chat.
or
You
like
know?
if we did, for like adopt a family, if we did that,
Yeah.
the families that we adopt, we could even get them a gift card, not just Toys for Tots or
Right.
just Christmas gifts, but
Mm-hmm.
get them a gift card so that way they can go buy their holiday meal.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. We'll figure it all out, but this is a start, and I figure talk about it early, get some people going, and all these ideas. You guys just keep coming up with some great, awesome ideas, So in the meantime, right, we're trying to do the nice thing over here, right? Because that's what's right. But at the same time, we're putting out fires and corruption, which is over here, which is, I guess, all right too. In the meantime, Noodles, you're being a mom. So yeah, day's full.
And I went to the post office.
I have to go do that right now. Honey.
You all came with me to the post office.
Oh yeah, it was a nice trip. We like it.
It was a quick field
Yeah.
trip.
Listen, adopt a family or two instead of Toys for Tots. Let's figure it out. I'm in. I'm all in with that. Yes. Let's
Will
do
you
it.
drop the email again?
Yep. It's
So everybody go and send your thoughts, ideas to the email.
it's Toys for Tots Boston @gmail.com. I can try and make a shorter email, but I figured it's specific. It's Toys for Tots Boston.
Do toys F or a number 4 for 4
Yeah.
Tots Boston.
Or just Toys for Tots. That's probably taken.
That'd be a little shorter anyways if you just did a number 4.
I'm all down for short. Easier for people.
Yeah. But yes, everybody just send your thoughts, ideas, suggestions over to that on how we can start the process. I still think if we adopted a family or two, we can, everybody in their own state or their own area could pick 1 or 2 families that are in need, and we can see how many families we come up with and see how much money can get raised, and we can get their stuff for Christmas.
Yep.
We would just have to have like certain, like a time frame. We have to raise the money by this time in order to know how many families we can adopt.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we started it now, like started getting the money for the adopt a family,
Mm-hmm.
then like say December 1st would be the cutoff for collecting the money. And then from December 1st until like the 15th of December, then that's where we can decide how many families we can get and have them list from people of what stuff to get. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of families to choose from this year. So, you know, we can do this. I mean, if we can get that much money for Karen in that amount of time, we can do it for other people. We can make a lot of people happy instead of just one person, which is nice to do. But
yeah,
you know,
I think the Toys for Tots, that's not as personable
right
as adopt a family. And I think adopting a family is a lot more personable, and there'd be more gratitude from people and the word would get out more. And the next year can start sooner and have a better turnout for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's beginning of November. You got a month and a half, right?
Yeah.
So see what we can do, right? So we can just try.
That's right.
Sweet. All right. Listen, I have to go to my post office.
Yes, I got a ton of clothes in my basement I have to go through so I can try selling them. I got
There you go. They have a thing on Facebook, right?
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. My kids have got, I started going through all their clothes, and having 3 kids, the youngest right now being 13 and my oldest being 20, I still have clothes from when my 13-year-old was a baby. that I didn't realize I held on to that I need to get rid of.
You know, I never thought, but I wish I still had my parachute pants. I had bunches of parachute. They were some bucks. Yeah. Either way, long story short.
Yeah.
All righty, girl. I'm out.
Sounds good. Well, thank you for having me on, and
My pleasure.
appreciate
Thanks
you.
for coming up. Yeah.
I was nervous.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie.
how you feel better now?
I do, except for when I was stuffing my face with popcorn and you were muted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that happens. Yeah.
Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks. Talk to you later, lady.
Bye.
So, that was awesome. Love having you guys up here. I really do. That's just pretty badass. And with that said, 3.5 hour, I am good. Tapping out. Good to go. And it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Stuff to do. You all have a great day. Thanks for being here. Hit the like, the subscribe. If you want to donate money, it's cputom@gmail. That's how you email me. But on all like Venmo, it's CPU Tom, and Cash App is CPU Tom. And that's about that. Thank you all for being here. Again, thumbs up on the way out, and we're gonna. I get them 60 pages. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna try and get to that tomorrow, if that's okay with you guys. So hopefully tomorrow I can read them 60 pages. Fun joy. That's gonna be a bad day. So just a heads up, everybody. All right, you get that song. Love you guys. Everyone be safe. Enjoy the Friday night. We made it through the weekend. Relax.
Cold mornings, cracked pavement, courthouse steps. He's there before sunrise while the world still rests. No cameras needed, no spotlight glare. Just a man with a purpose, always standing there. Facing the crowd, but the fight in his veins. Truth in his hands, pushing through the rain. Karen sees him, she knows what it means when you've got boots on the ground and you fight for your dreams. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. No fame, no glory, just a promise kept. Tom CPU, you never left. He don't ask for credit, don't ask for praise. Just fighting the good fight in 1,000 ways. When the cameras fade and the voices die, he's still right there, never asking why. He's got a handshake that you can trust, eyes that don't blink when it comes to us. Karen smiles because she knows it's true. She's got a soldier and his name's CPU. Boots on the ground, day after day, standing for truth in the hardest way. No fame, no glory, just a promise kept. Tom CPU, you never left. When the courthouse is empty and the crowd's gone home, Tom's still walking, he's never alone. 1,000 steps, a million prayers, because just justice don't sleep, and neither does he care.